Hello, my little thieves. It is Phantom here, and welcome back to another stream. Today's persona host is me. It's Ying. It's the usual. Hello, everybody. Uh, Today we don't have any more McDonald's things to look through. I did not accept any of those bullshit stuff that I got last time. Hello, Phoebe. Hello, Link. Welcome to the stream. Today, we are going to be looking at a horror visual novel called The Letter. Thank you, Doll, for providing a code for me. So today's gonna be chock-filled with some voice acting, minimal voice acting, I assume. If you guys at any point in time redeem Mandarin for 5 minutes, I'll probably swap to just chatting for 5 minutes because I would not be able to translate that shit. I think we're just gonna go straight onto this. You're excited to see me play this? Oh my god, I'm not excited. I'm not excited at all. I've got my Nessie plushie on my lap right now, as moral support. So yeah, we'll go straight onto this. We're gonna read the warning, because if you guys aren't into horror or mature content, you're gonna have to wait for another stream. Okay, so let's swap our screen straight onto it, shall we? Oh my god. Okay, where's the warning? Okay, I'll just read the content warning as is. You're gonna hear the DVD soundtrack for a little bit. Sorry. Okay. Content warning. This game shows scenes that some may find disturbing and triggering. It contains offensive language, sexual themes, and violence. Player discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised too if you're watching. Disclaimer. This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, places, and incidents are either products of the author's imagination or are used what the hell? Fictitiously? Maybe? I don't know. Any resemblance to actual events or locations or persons, living or dead, is entirely coincidental. You have played Clannad, so you're ready for this? I don't think that's quite the same, but okay, let's do this. There we go. Oh, what? It just shows up. Oh, you little bitch. Okay. I'm going into this basically blind. Okay. I know that this is a horror game. Okay. And that's literally all I know. Oh, there is a Chinese setting. What the fuck? Well, guess what? We're not gonna do it anyways. You wanna know why? You wanna know why? We're not gonna do that shit. We ain't gonna do that shit. Do you wanna know why? Because I can't read Chinese to save my life. Anyways. Okay. Holy shit. So there's 7 chapters. Alright. I also played the school one. I don't think that's quite the same, but okay. Alright. I don't know how this is gonna go. Apparently it's just a visual novel. But I don't know. Let's... Fucking hell. We just started. You can't jump scare me like that, the fuck? I hope you really play it. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. The Ermengrand Mansion. Hang on, can I use my spacebar? I wonder if I can use my spacebar. No, it is a horror game that was on the PSP. Oh, I see, okay. Hi Yang, welcome to the stream. This was built for Lord William and Lady Elizabeth Emigrad of Luxbourne, humble ambassadors of peace and beloved by their people. I can use my spacebar, look at that. Both were well known for their compassion and generosity, never failing to extend a helping hand to anyone in need. Under their influence and wealth, what was once a small, sleepy village grew to a prosperous and bustling town. Corpse Party. Oh, you meant Corpse Party, not Clanad. You said Clanad, and I was like, bruh, that's not horror. That's just sad. Bro, what the hell? You said Clanad, I was like, how is that relevant? Oh my god. Oh, I see. Okay, alright. Gotcha. However, the seasons of joy eventually ended when the good nobles perished at the great hands, at the hands of a great plague. Their riches and legacies were henceforth passed on to their only child, Lady Charlotte Ermengרד. I don't fucking know how to pronounce their fucking name. This is actually fucking annoying that I can't pronounce their name. We can totally read here. I know, right? Oh my fucking god. Ugh, kill me. The mansion was stood since the 1620s, a witness to a very long history of joy and pain. After Lady Charlotte committed suicide, the great house was eventually left uninhabited. And that is when it began. Surrounding villagers spoke of seeing and hearing unearthly things, of cries and howls that filled the nights, and hearsay of a mysterious woman roaming the hollowed halls aimlessly. Oh, you don't have to, Phoebe, you don't have to read it. I'm reading it. You don't have to fucking read this shit. The fuck? Why are you complaining? What the hell? What? Well, I can't do anything about it. What do you want me to do? Well, it's not even. It's not even that there is. It's not. It's not difficult to read at all. It's just the names are a little bit. Bleh. People who dared enter its walls were simply never heard from again. Even after 400 years, these stories remain, much like the house itself. Whispers about the once great house, its legend and its curse, still falls upon the villagers' ears. In spite of this, the current owners are convinced that these stories are nothing more than a hoax. With little regard for the truth, they had... Fuck. I'm gonna look up, like, how 90% of these words are pronounced. Is that how you spell it? Is that... Wait. No.
Briar.
Ah, Briar. They had Briar Realty Corporation place the property back on sale. Like Pandora's box, the secrets that lie inside await to be discovered by brave souls. No matter what happens, take care not to be consumed by the curse. Good luck. Isabel! Hello, incoming call. Do we answer the call? Do we decline the call? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, Jesus.
Are you there?
No.
Where are you?
I don't know. Isabella. Oh, Isabella. I read that as Isabel, didn't I? Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos. Birthday May 28th. Gemini, 26 years old. Height 158 centimeters. I can help read. I may be fluent in idiot. My second language is English. Lol. Excuse me. Thanks, Lynx. I don't know if you can help me through words. I have a difficult time, like, enunciating words. Anyways. Occupation, estate agent. Nationality, Filipino. Religion, Roman Catholic. Education, fine arts, undergrad. Jesus, Yang, is this you? Likes cinnamon rolls, dogs, food, police, procedural dramas, and teleseries. They spelled that wrong, by the way. Comedians Karaoke. She is the third child among 7, daughter of a laundry lady and jeep jeepney driver. She went to a public school and was an average student, but took to art easily. Eventually, she pursued a degree in fine arts, as encouraged by her father. However, when the man was diagnosed with a terminal illness, she had to stop studying to make money. It was Isabella's aunt who helped her get work overseas in order to earn more money than any local job she could get. Oh, fucking hell. I read that wrong. Any local job could get her. Rose Copper became her mentor as soon as she started as an agent in BRC. It was 5 years since she met her neighbor Rebecca. She met Ashton during an unfortunate incident involving her first sale at Devlin Court, and later Zachary through him. Undiscovered entries. I see that help sign over there. Hello. Oh my god. So she said, "Hello, Isabella, are you there? Where are you?" A familiar, jittery voice comes through from the other end.
Oh, hey Rose. I'm at St. Goretti High. What's the matter?
I'm so glad that half of it is actually voice acted, otherwise, goddamn.
What do you mean, what's the matter?
She sounds so British. What's the matter?
It's a mansion, silly. I'm here and you're late. Jeez, we're on shift together. You promised. Oh my god, please don't tell me you forgot. You were planning on leaving me to check this place out on my own, weren't you? You chickened out.
Calm down. You know I take my promises seriously.
I'd like to believe that. So hurry up and get here.
She sounds really British. Yang, would you agree with me?
This place is huge. A bit too quiet since no one's lived here since, like, forever, but beautiful nonetheless.
Why are you so surprised? This isn't the first time you've been there.
I love that in the background. She looks like she's in school. Careers day, noisy, cleaners, deadlines, assignments. Man, bruh.
I know. I just wish I could live in a place like this.
You really wouldn't want to. Trust me. I'm gonna. There, she's gonna go inside. She's gonna fucking.
It really takes my breath away.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Not after the rumors that say it's haunted.
Jeez, never mind those rumors. Ghosts aren't real after all.
Never fucking say that.
And even if they are, which they are not, they can't do anything.
They are not. The way she says
They're
it.
nothing but spirits.
You don't know that. They might be listening or watching right now, and they might not be happy with you enough to curse you.
No offense, sweetie, but that's a bit of a stretch.
Believe it or not, it's better to be careful.
Ah, I agree with that one.
Right. You know, not every property we sell will end up with a dead body stuffed in a sofa.
She makes it sound like that's happened before.
And I think that mansion is where we'll likely find another one.
That was
Oh,
one
fuck!
time, Isabella. Loosen up.
Ah, I fat fingered the space bar.
Wait, just get here ASAP, please.
Hang
I'm
on.
getting bored being here on my own.
What did she say? She said, "I can feel it." That's all. I can feel something.
Fine. Let me just finish up here. I'll be right there soon.
Okay, see you. Bye.
She hangs up before I can respond. Rose, still charming as ever.
Who was that?
I looked up from my phone to see Rebecca, giving me a questioning look.
Oh, that? It's just Rose.
I feel like she should be named Rose, not Rose, 'cause look at her hair.
The one who trained you.
Wait, she didn't say her whole thing. What the hell? Rose, the one who trained you for your job back when you started.
You're working together again? Just for this property. We've been scoping out that big mansion down Anselm Village after the renovations.
Oh, I can't get the British accent out of my head now because... Damn it.
Today is sort of its grand opening to the public. The RC wants to give it one last check before we let potential buyers tour it this afternoon.
Hold on. Is this the same mansion you've been telling everyone about?
Girl, your lines.
Didn't you keep saying how it just gave you the creeps? You actually went there? And you're going back?
Well, I did promise Rose I wouldn't ditch her. And besides, a job is a job. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
She's not wrong. As soon as those words leave my mouth, Becca lets out a soft chuckle.
What's so funny?
Nothing. It's just that I didn't expect you to say that. Coming from you, it sounds so out of character. I mean, no offense, but you've been freaking out ever since you got assigned to it.
Cursed rumors and all.
I honestly thought you'd back out.
Not all the time. I could really use a huge amount of cash right now, and this is just the fastest way to get it. Plus, listen to this. Briar Realty wants it sold as soon as possible, and the agent who lands the deal is going to get a huge bonus. They never give bonuses like that. Getting that would make life so much easier. They're desperate, I'm desperate, it's perfect.
Sus! That's so sus! A sympathetic look crosses her face.
You know, if you're really in urgent need of money, you could have just asked me. Or Ashton. We can always let you borrow, and you can pay us back whenever.
I have to keep myself from groaning out loud. I would groan for sure. In the years I've known her, I can already tell what to expect once she has that expression.
Becca!
I've noticed that you've been living off instant noodles these past few weeks.
Oh my god, Jesus, that sounds like me. She crossed her arms and grimaced at the thought. Sounds like me when I don't want to, like, leave the rooftop. I'll just, like, bring a bunch of instant noodles. Use my magic, make make hot water. Her voice slightly rises as she begins to scold me. Instantly, I'm reminded why Becca excels at teaching boisterous teenagers.
Stop eating junk. They're cheap, but they're not good for you. You'll definitely end up in the hospital if you keep at it.
It's true. Not enough nutrients, really. Here we go again. I eat other things too.
I eat other things too.
Oh, whoa. Oh, I went up. That's great. Wonderful. Oh, my phone. Shut up! No, stop it! Warning, this feature shows the outline of your current chapter. And the content others deem as spoiler. Do you want to? Nope. Nope. I fold my arms across my chest, mimicking her posture and giving her the best frown I could muster. The same one I'd use with my younger siblings when they're being difficult. Instead, she only raised an eyebrow at me.
That's not going to work on me. And I saw it when you were cleaning your flat last week. The instant noodle cups outnumber everything else.
Oh my god, Jesus.
You're
no.
just exaggerating. Did you even see what's in my cupboard yet?
Yang, is this you?
I'm not just
No, I'm
living on
kidding.
instant noodles alone. I've got canned beans, peas, tuna, ham, and even hamburgers in there.
I don't know if that's any better. Becca's wrinkling her nose by the time I get to the end of the small list. She even went a little green on the last one. I would have laughed a little at that if I didn't know it would only lead to more reprimands from her.
Aren't those the same ones you won from the grocer's raffle more than a year ago?
Gross! Bro, no!
Oh, I sincerely hope you're checking the date stamps on those things before eating them. I don't want a repeat of last year.
What, did she get food poisoning? What the hell?
In any case, those are still not exactly healthier choices, Belle.
She's like, Phantom, I need you to tell me not to go and get more Digimon cards. Don't go and get more Digimon cards, Link. Don't do it. Don't do it. You could spend your money on food and snacks. She shakes her head, possibly laughing at some funny distant memory. When she looks up, I immediately brace myself. More words from her. Sometimes it's just better to let Becca talk until she's out of things to say. But when she turns her attention back to me, There's only warmth in her smile.
What am I going to do with you?
You did that already? Well then, lock your money away. Lock your credit card away. Don't spend money on Digimon cards. She says this more to herself than me, her voice shifting to something kinder, even motherly, if I'm looking for the exact word.
I hope you know that it's impossible not to worry about you when you're like this. You don't have to keep eating the same thing.
No, you could just easily buy a cake and eat that for like a
Didn't I
week.
tell you before? You're always free to reheat my leftovers.
Thanks, Becca. I really appreciate it, but you don't need to keep babying me. You've been taking care of me since after I moved here. You have to take a break sometime.
I want cake, but I have donuts. Well, donuts even better. Because you can get, like, a box of 12 donuts.
And before you ask again, no. You know I'm not a fan of borrowing money. And I'm not going to
Neither
ask
am
you to
I.
give me what you earned hard for yourself.
You and your pride. But suit yourself. The offer stays on the table, though.
I nod in response, if only to get her to drop the topic. But I'm pretty certain I'll never take that offer. Ever. It has nothing to do with pride. I've simply seen plenty of times how friendships can take a turn for the worse just because of a few unpaid debts. I don't want something like that to happen between me and Becca. We may argue about a lot of small, petty things, but she already feels like a real sister to me. I don't want to lose that friendship over something so trivial. Becca's movements, when she takes a quick glance at something behind me, snaps me out of my thoughts.
Well, enough chit-chat. Lunch is ending, and my students will be back any minute.
Ah, this is... Oh, okay, this is her workplace, right?
We can catch up later. Good luck with your clients. You better treat us to lunch or something if you get that sale.
You bet!
With a small smile, she returned to her desk and begins sifting through the pages of a rather thick history book. She's probably working on next week's lesson plan. Or trying to, at least. Her eyes are distant, and she doesn't seem too attentive to whatever is on the page. As if she heard my thoughts, Becca started coughing heavily. Her hand hastily goes over her mouth to stifle the sounds. This is precisely why I followed her here. For someone who makes a habit out of worrying other people, Becca sure forgets how to take care of herself.
Hey, you sure you can manage on your own?
Is she ill?
I mean, you're still a bit feverish.
Oh, there we go.
Hush, dear. Don't you worry about me.
Worrying!
I'll just drink some medicine and I'll be right as rain.
Lies! I level her with a flat look. She has had a cold for a couple days now. Something about the strange weather not agreeing with her lately. And despite my advice to take the week off and rest, I found her apartment empty when I dropped by this morning. She even left the medicine her doctor prescribed. Look who's being stubborn now.
You shouldn't even be working right now.
Seriously, you big baby. I'll be fine. For now, just go to work and stop making that Rose girl wait for you.
I just realized that after this, it's gonna be like pitch black darkness at where I am, because it's like late at night. This is a wonderful game to be playing right now. Hang on, I'm gonna go get the pup. I'm gonna get my plush pup, you know. Security. For jump scares. I'm not too concerned, but it's also to help me sit up straight, because then I don't put my legs up because I have something in my lap. Because I have a neck and back problem right now, because yesterday I spent 6 hours grooming my host family, i.e. Min's family's dog. So that was fun.
I'll call you if I still feel bad, and you can come pick me up if it makes you feel any better.
She offers me a reassuring smile, and I can only sigh. Why do I even bother? There's no stopping her once she's decided on something. Defeated, I reached inside my bag and pull out the same bottle of medicine she left earlier. She looks at it warily, and I place it in front of her. Unfortunately for her, this is one thing I'm not letting her have her way.
All right, but don't forget what the doctor said. Drink this on time. I'll see you later, okay?
There's an amused gleam on in her eyes when she shifts them back to me.
Look who's playing the mother hen now.
Gosh, I can't fucking read today.
Rebecca!
Okay, okay. I won't tease anymore. I'll make sure to drink it, Mom.
Oh my gosh. Before I can retort, she casts another look at the clock. I take that as a sign that to find. Oh, fine. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, English. Huh. I take that as a sign to finally end the conversation and my short visit. With a wave, I leave her alone to her classroom and her thoughts. October 21st, Friday. Didn't even let me finish reading that shit. Wow, look at that. Zarbucks. We got Sleepy Sheep Inn, Sir Antiques, Mrs. Flower, the Crawl Bar, and the library. I love that it's called an inn, and on the side it says hotel. That's great, that's great. Excuse me. Oh my god. I hail a passing taxi to take me to the property as soon as I leave the school grounds. The mansion is some ways out in the countryside, but I don't have trouble giving the driver directions. Can you guys hear that? It's the elevator music. Dun, 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 dun. It's the other elevator music. It's not the one I use. Apparently, everyone in Luxburn village? Fuck. Everyone in Luxburn City knows of it, including every bit of rumor surrounding the place. In fact, just the mention of its name is enough for the locals to give you a cautious sidelong glance. I learned that the hard way the first time I commuted there, and it only boosted my belief that there's something more to the house. Sorry. Hello, my phone? Oh my god. Even the news of it being renovated and placed back in the market has caused quite the stir. Thankfully, it died down a few weeks later. The place would have become a lot harder to sell otherwise. I averted my eyes from the window once the buildings shrink in the distance. I get a glimpse of the countryside soon, although a quick glance at my watch tells me we're still a few minutes away from our destination. Might as well get some work done. Rose did ask me to review the mansion's documents. I already looked them over last night, but you never know when things may go wrong. Life has ways of messing things up like that. Halfway through reading the papers, my phone rings again. I pick it up without looking. Oh my god, let me read that again. I pick it up without looking, neatly tucking it between my ears and shoulder. It's probably just Rose again anyway.
Rose?
Oh, hello.
Guess again.
Oh! That voice.
Ash.
Bingo.
Hey, what's up?
Just checking if you're still cool later this evening.
You mean that thing with Zach?
Yeah, he even called in the middle of the night just to remind me.
No, don't worry. I didn't forget. I'll be there.
Cool, I'll see you later. What time do you get off?
Around 6 p.m.? I don't know. It's the first day of the Ermengarde Mansion's open house, and we're expecting quite a number of potential buyers. I'll be booked the whole afternoon.
Ermengarde. Okay, we know how to pronounce the word now.
Ermengarde Mansion?
You know, the big Jacobean mansion at Anselm Village. I'm on my way there right now, actually.
On your own?
Yeah, well, Rose is already there, but yeah.
I see. Looks like the scaredy cat finally toughened up.
Oh my god, I like him already.
Shut up!
Ash chuckles, and I can't help but roll my eyes upon hearing that.
I'll see you later. Drop me a call when you're done. I'll see if I can pick you up.
Whatever. Bye.
Wow, play on words already. Stupid ashhole. Always teasing me whenever he sees a chance. I'll show him who's tough. Oh, hello. Journal update. Timeline. October. Okay. Before going to the Ermengarde mansion, Isabel Santos dropped by St. Gority High School. I was gonna say hospital. Goddamn. To check on Rebecca Gales. The former reminded the latter to take her flu medicine before leaving. On the way to the mansion, Isabel received a call from Ashton Frey, reminding her of Zachary Steele's movie premiere that night. Movie premiere? Boy, oh my god, hello. Boy's a movie guy. Alright, okay. It takes a few more minutes until I finally reach the infamous mansion. I have to admit, the entire property does look wonderful from the outside. Yet, despite all this, it does nothing to hide that something is just wrong. The surrounding area is unusually silent, and only the rustling of the leaves can be heard as the occasional breeze passes. While Anslem Village is just a few miles away, everybody keeps their distance on purpose. Perhaps out of fear. The horror of falling under the mansion's curse. Somehow, it makes me feel sad. The lack of immediate human presence just makes this place all the more eerie than it has any right to be. If it's uncanny in broad daylight, I can't imagine how this place looks at night.
You planning to go inside that place, Missy?
I can't help you there, Link. I can't help you there. I can't help you there. If your cat wants you as a seat, it's gonna have to take that as a seat. You're gonna have to take it. You're gonna have to take it. The voice oh my god. The voice nearly makes me jump out of my skin. Without completely taking my eyes away from the house, I give the driver a confused nod. A beat passes while I wait for him to say more, but his only answer is a committal hum? Freaking heck, I can't read words! Belatedly, it occurs to me that he must have been waiting for my payment. I mentally slap myself for spacing out and promptly hand him the fare with an apologetic look. Committal? Yeah, that doesn't help me. I expected him to leave as soon as I've paid, but there's a hesitation on... What the fuck? I can't... Oh my god! I keep changing the words. I expected him to leave as soon as I've paid, but there's a hesitant expression on him, as if something hasn't been said yet. Like commit? Oh, still doesn't help me. Committal? Ah! Link! We already went past this word and you're making me have to look it up.
Committal.
Oh my god, get the fuck out.
Is there something wrong?
Look, Missy, I'm sure you've heard what the people are telling everyone about that place. Nobody likes to be disturbed when they're at peace, and I'm pretty sure whatever they say is in that house doesn't want to either. I admit they did a good job fixing it up, but there must have been a reason why even distant relatives of the family
No, don't leave. Don't actually fucking
never
leave,
lived
bro.
in there despite inheriting it.
Don't actually fucking leave. I'm gonna turn the sound effects down because damn, that shit is loud. That shit is goddamn fucking loud. Wait a minute. No. That shit is so fucking loud, bro.
No wonder they wanted to get rid of it.
Maybe they just didn't like it?
You never know.
He drives off after, but what he said has left a foreboding feeling in my gut. I breathe out a heavy sigh as I approach the house. After hearing enough of the rumors, I should have expected the conversation to take that turn. But I'm already here. Backing out is completely out of the question. It's not like I have a choice anyway. Excuse me. If I want to get that bonus and commission, one way or another, I've got to sell this property. The door is ajar when I get to it. However, while my own copy of the keys dangled uselessly in my hand, Rose must have left it open when I arrived. That's weird. I read that really fucking wrong, and that's why it sounds really off to me. Sorry. We may be the only people here this early, but I've never known her as someone careless. Oh, look at this place. This place is pretty. Entering, what greets me inside leaves me gaping. They've cleaned every corner, waxed the floor, dusted the antiques, searched every nook, cranny, and crevice, and made it spick and span. I can't fucking read. I've never seen spick, like the word spick. I've never seen it, so this is like the first time I've seen that word written out. I've only ever heard the whatever. All for the sake of making the mansion more enticing to the modern day lords and ladies. But no matter how hard they try, the mansion still looks as soulless as ever. As though it's going to eat you alive. If you ask me, they should have just listened to what other people have been telling them and leave this place alone. Some things in this world are better left alone, never to be disturbed again.
Rose?
I call out. I didn't even let the echo do the thing.
Rose, I'm here. Where are you?
My voice echoes softly through the hallways. Oh, who am I kidding? In a place this big, I don't think she'll hear me no matter how deafening the silence is. She could be all the way on the other side of the property for all I know. Quickly, I reached for my phone and dialed her number. But
the number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
what do you mean has not been recognized? We were just talking a while ago. It's not like she was eaten by the house, right? Or maybe the ghost did hear us talking and spirited her away, right? Right? No, Isabella, don't be ridiculous. She's probably just wandering deep into the house and lost signal or something. I dialed her number again, hoping the call will connect this time.
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
But to no avail. Oh boy. I have a very bad feeling about this.
Rose? If you can hear me, please come out.
I can't wait for an imposter to come out.
Come on, Rose. This isn't funny. You know this place gives me the creeps.
No answer. This isn't going to work. This place is big. She could be anywhere. I need to start looking for her. I take a deep breath before venturing deeper into the mansion. Taking a couple steps forward, I notice something move above the grand staircase.
What the hell? Rose? Rose, is that you?
The sound effect actually caught me off guard.
Not funny. I'm leaving you if you don't come out. Not coming out, huh?
Fine, I'm going.
Okay, that's a lie. She's my friend. I can never leave until I know she's alright. Growing desperate, I try to contact her number again. Come on, please give me something. Please, Lord. Yes, finally!
Hello? Hello? Rose, I'm here at the mansion. Where the hell are you?
She doesn't respond. There's also heavy static coming from her side. I sincerely hope it doesn't get cut off again before I can get an answer from her.
Rose, come on. Where are you?
A few moments passed until the static eventually started to quiet down.
I'm attic.
What the fuck?
What? The attic? Why?
Crap, it got cut off. Man, do I really need to go there? With how deep inside the mansion the attic is, there's barely any signal there. No wonder I can't contact her. But why is she there? Out of all places, she just has to make me go fetch her in the creepiest room of the place? Is she doing this to get back at me for being late? Whatever, I'll just go. The sooner I meet her, the sooner I'll feel better about being here. I'll carefully make my way up this. My God. I carefully make my way up the staircase. My legs wobbly. Oh my God. I seriously can't read today. This is great. Great job, me. Thanks, me. My legs wobble as I mentally curse the fact that I've chosen real estate instead of picking a career that doesn't involve strange abandoned houses. Upon reaching the top, the grand hall greets me. Ooh. This place looks so nice. Spick and span. It branches out to two major wings of the mansion, the east and west wing. There are two attics here, one on each side, but the east one has been converted into a storage room of sorts, and somehow I find it less likely for Rose to wander there by herself. Besides, she never did like going into stuffy storage rooms. I head towards the west wing first, where a simple wooden door at the end of the hall opens to a small room. Inside is another set of steps, leading to the second attic. Unlike the grand staircase, though, the stairs to the attic are steep and narrow, made of old stones and covered with thick coats of dust, and that kicks around the air with every step. Thank God it's still daytime. If it wasn't for the light streaming through the door behind me, I might easily stumble and fall. With how old the place is, there are no light fixtures to illuminate the cramped passage up. The cramped passage up. Why they didn't bother to add one here when they renovated escapes me. Sheesh. Hang on, let me reread that. Sheesh! They did it with the rest of the house. A small bedroom welcomes me at the end. It looks exactly as it did the last time I've been here. Full of dust, worn out, and faded with time. Odd. I thought they cleaned everything. Did the crew miss this room? Ugh. Cleanliness is the least of my concern right now. The more pressing matter is Rose. She's not here. Was I dreaming when I talked to her a while ago? Or did I mishear? No, it couldn't have been a dream. After all, the creepy ambience of this estate is doing such a remarkable job of making sure I stay alert and awake. And I'm sure she said she was here. Is this a prank? Or maybe that phone call was Rose's last message to me before the curse got her. Thanks for the hydrate, Phoebe. Oh my God, it hurts to do anything with my arms right now. I'm so glad I'm an assassin and not a dog groomer. At least not a dog groomer that sits on the ground all day. Shut up, brain, you're not helping. Don't make this scarier than it already is. But if she's not here, then where is she? Jesus Christ. What the hell was that? That's it. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. We must have angered the spirits living here. I knew disturbing this mansion was a bad idea, right from the start. But nobody listened. Be fucking realistic, they said. They think I'm cuckoo because I believe in curses and ghosts and all that. Me and my outlandish backwater country beliefs. I've always strived to be a modern? I've always strived to be a model employee, but not this time, no! I'm turning back for the sake of my sanity. Realty? Fuck. Ugh. BRC can find another agent who's more fucking realistic to tour people around this haunted house. Before leaving, I take one last look at the gloomy old room. Just to check.
Huh? What's this?
My worries about Rose's whereabouts must have caused me to miss it when I first entered the room. But there's clearly something on the floor. It looks like
A letter?
lying on the ground, just a couple inches away from my feet. Out of sheer curiosity, I leaned down and picked it up. Strange. I don't recall seeing this last time I was here. A few days back, me and a few other agents inspected the mansion to prepare for today. I had been the last to look inside the attic and leave, but certainly hadn't been here before. Someone must have left it in this room since then. Did Rose leave this for me? Was she here a while ago? I couldn't have missed her though, could I? There's only one set of stairs leading to the attic. The letter isn't exactly in pristine condition. In fact, it looks rather ancient. The paper is so thin and rough, I worried it'll fall apart if I so much as touch it. But with great care, I opened it and I read. But with great care, I open it, and what I read shakes me to the core.
What? What? Oh my god.
Nothing but the words "help me" fills the page. All of it seemingly written with a crimson shaded pen. Or blood. I gulp. The same phrase is going on until send this to 5 people or else.
Send this to 5 people or else. Or else what? Or else what?
As quickly as I can, I scan the back of the paper and peek in the envelope to make sure I'm not missing out on a second page. But there's nothing.
No. Oh, please, no.
My hands trembled as dread creeps over me. The room is suddenly getting colder. I need to get out of here. Folding the paper in half, the sight that greets me next has me frozen on the spot. Bruh. Is that Kiwi? Kiwi didn't wash her feet again. Kiwi, wash your dang feet. God damn it. A pair of blood-soaked feet enters my field of vision, covered in gaping wounds with skin eaten away to reveal flesh and bone, and all manner of things one isn't meant to see. It's too much. All of it is too much. I want to cry, call for help, but the words catch in my throat. Even my feet won't move, completely paralyzed out of terror. Lord, please help me. Oh my god, do I be brave and look up or do I close my eyes and pray? Oh my god! We're gonna utilize the poll. So... is it... which option? Option... 1 or 2. I'm just gonna put 1 or 2 just to make it easier on my life because I'm not gonna type the whole thing out. But pick your option. Which one do you want? top one or the bottom one? You got 1 minute, boys. Okay, so damn it, Kiwi. Bitch, you gotta wash your feet. God damn. Kiwi, I love you, but you gotta wash your feet. You're nasty. Just dissing on Kiwi right now. Stinky toes, ew. Yeah, exactly. Kiwi, wash your feet. Wash your goddamn feet, Kiwi. Oh my god. I would get Kiwi over here right now, but she won't stick around for more than just a second if she finds out that this is a horror game. Oh my god, guys, seriously? You can't 50-50 that shit. God damn it. You know what? I'm gonna... You guys are not helpful. I'm gonna ask someone randomly in my DMs, alright? I'm gonna ask someone at random. And hopefully they will respond. Let's ask... Okay. Option 1 or 2. Just say... I'm not giving context. I'm not giving context. I'm just gonna say option 1 or 2. Let's see if they respond. I hope they respond. If they don't respond, we're gonna be stuck here for a while. Come on. Come on, dude. I know you're awake right now, you little bitch. Oh my god, why would you guys 50-50 that shit? Ah. Okay. Okay, look. I need someone to respond immediately. I can't exactly wait here. Let's ask somebody else. Okay. So whoever responds first. I wonder who will respond faster. I was doing homework. I vote look up. What? You vote look up? Oh, you vote look up. Okay, okay, okay. So we got 3 for look up and... Alright. Be brave and look up. Okay. Okay, I guess we're gonna... Oh my god, alright. I need to face it. Whatever these feet belong to, I need to face it. And if I'm going to die, if they're going to kill me, at least I know what my killer looks like. A cold comfort. So, with a deep breath... with a cold comfort. Okay. So, with a deep breath... Yes, I did it again. I summon every ounce of courage I have left in me and shift my gaze upwards.
Please, don't hurt me.
I'm gonna cover this bitch's face. Oh my god.
No!
Without thinking, I scramble towards the door. I struggle to open it, but it won't budge.
Stay away! Go away! Please, Lord, make it go away!
Why now? Why won't it open now? My heart sinks as reality dawns in. Fuck. I'm locked in. Locked in with that thing.
Let me out! Let me out! Lord, please, let me out!
It slowly approaches me as I wrench the doorknob violently back and forth. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh, I'm supposed to tap it? Damn. It's gone. I didn't read it. I didn't read what it wanted me to do. It's gone. Where is it? No! Okay. Yes! The door finally swings open. I couldn't have been happier. Wasting no time, I leap out the door and don't look back. My feet pounding against the floor in rhythm with the loud, fast beating of my heart. By the time I ran past the hallway, I find myself atop the grand staircase. My chest feels so tight, like it's going to burst. But that's nothing compared to the feeling of hope the sight of the exit gives me. Racing down the stairs, I breathe a breathy laugh escapes me, and my shoe slips, and I find myself falling until my back hits the ground and pain racks my body. My head grows fuzzy, and my vision dims as I fight to stay conscious.
No. Go away.
The last thing I see are those feet, before all I know is darkness. Link, I fucking hate you, bro. Friday, October 21st. While looking for her missing co-agent, Isabel Santos found a mysterious letter in the Ermengarde mansion's attic. Driven to fear by what she read inside, thinking it's the place's curse at work, she hurried to leave the place, only to meet. Really? You're playing a horror game? I'm making out horror. Wow, okay. I fucking hate you, bro. Hello? Oh. A buzz breaks the silence. I start to ruse, pulled into consciousness against my own will. I've never felt this tired before. I just want to sleep, but the insistent buzzing, poking, and prodding isn't letting me. My old mattress may not be the comfiest of places, but that doesn't make me any more eager to wake up.
5 more minutes, Becca.
I swat away at what is nudging persistently at my side. Come on. Can't I just have a few extra minutes of sleep today? I promise I'll work hard once I'm up. A hand lightly taps my cheek, and something cold suddenly being pressed on the back of my head. Oh my god. Plus, who goes into a mysterious place without a way to defend themselves? This MC isn't smart. Oh my god. I mean, what are you gonna use against ghosts and spirits? The icy sensation slowly spreads throughout the area, giving me an uncomfortable feeling.
Isabella? Isabella? Gosh, can you hear me? Isabella?
The fog immediately lifts from my mind the moment I recognize the voice, and my eyes snap open. There, looking down at me, is Rose. Another woman loiters beside her, but my attention is too focused on my co-agent to even ask why there's someone else with her. Rose's posture just screams worry, although she's keeping a straight face. Or trying, at least. I can't help but feel bad for making her fret. A wave of dizziness washes over me as soon as I try to get up, forcing me to lie back down again. Luckily, the feeling subsides after a few seconds, until only a mild throbbing somewhere at the back of my head remains. Iron salt and holy water? Okay. With a little assistance from Rose, I push myself upright. Her hand... Oh my god, hang on a minute. Excuse me. Her hands give me an ice pack and gestures for me to press it, where I suspect the small bump was already formed. If the light ache in the area indicates anything.
Alright, Isabella, where are we?
The Ermengarde mansion. Why? Ow, my head.
And the date today?
October 21st? Rose.
Last one. Can you count to 15 in reverse order?
15, 14, 13, 12. No, that's wrong. Why are we doing this?
She's just checked if your injury is in any way serious.
12 teen, bruh. This time, I curiously regard the woman standing beside Rose. It's impossible to overlook her, with the way she towers over us. And here I thought Rose was already tall. Who is she anyway? One of the remaining cleaning crews? But with how primly dressed she is, I don't think anyone would want to clean in a suit. An expensive suit at that. The gloves alone must have already cost a fortune. Gloves do cost a fortune. Her eyes slowly shifted between me and Rose, considering us with an almost unreadable expression, before finally fixing her sharp gaze on me. I can't help but fold my arms protectively over myself as she does so. She may be far from a cleaning crew, but she certainly looks like our supervisor doing evaluation.
Just do it, please.
I eye them both warily, but recite everything as she asks me. Rose releases a breath of relief once I'm done.
You scared me for a moment there. I was about to call for an ambulance. Are you alright?
Exasperation soon replaces the dull ache. The memory's a little fuzzy, but the attic? And
There was someone, Rose. In the attic.
Someone? You mean a client? Oh, that's unlikely. It's probably just one of the cleaning crews. The boss sent a few of them back this morning for some last minute...
No, not any of those. I'm not actually sure. Wait, didn't I call you? You said you were in the attic when you answered. That's why I went there in the first place.
both Rose and the lady looked at me like I've just grown another head. In theory, since iron is a conductor of electricity, if a ghost appears from electromagnetic currents, the iron can take away the electricity. Oh, okay, I see. I think that's a bit different, but... Did I say something weird? Rose quickly casts an apologetic smile at the woman before the awkward silence stretches on further. It's her saleswoman smile. The same one she taught me back when I was still her trainee. I should show this to troublesome client. I should show this to troublesome clients or just to avoid trouble in general, she advised. It's also the same one she gives me when I've done something particularly absurd that may cause us to lose a potential sale. Her eyes are serious when she turns back to me. She takes both my shoulders and gently squeezes it, and with as much patience she can muster.
As much as I'd love to have gotten at least a heads up of your arrival, I didn't really get a call from you. You know, signal here is absolutely horrendous. I was in the garden earlier and couldn't even make a single call. Isabella, I'm going to ask again. Are you really all right? What happened?
She thinks I'm not telling the truth. The fuck? Hang on. I thought for a second one of them replied. It's just a notification from another Discord. Wonderful, wonderful. Heh. I thought I could rely on you guys. How could you do this to me?
I don't know. It's all a bit blurry. I remember I was looking for you, but you weren't in the attic.
Oh, hi, Mar.
And there's... whoever it is. Then I must have tripped on a rug or something on the way down. Oh no. Do you think someone came in while you were out? You left the main door open. We are so going to get into big trouble if something gets stolen, Rose.
What's up?
Perhaps it is a concussion.
Are you sure you feel fine? We could still call for an ambulance. I could cover for you.
No, I'm fine. I'm okay, Rose. I can work.
Wait. Hold your horses, Rose. I can't just miss an important sale because of a minor bump in the head. came back when you needed me the most, and you don't like what I chose? Well, okay, look, Link, you you did not participate in the poll. Okay, if you had participated in the poll, I wouldn't have had to go and ask those two. And now they're gonna look at that and be like, "What the fuck is this? The fuck is this?" What the homie's up to today? Horror stuff. That's what. An extremely minor bump. I have had worse when I was a kid. This is nothing.
Besides, if I leave, you'll have to shoulder everything in the open house, alone. And in a mansion this big?
Well, there's also the part where I may lose the bonus BRC promised, but that's completely besides the point. Rose gives me a skeptical look when I return the cold comprise to her and push myself off the ground. I have to use the staircase railings to steady myself, but otherwise I feel fine.
See? I'm A-okay.
Oh, hi Ida, welcome. Welcome to the stream, you two. The two of them, wow. The two of them exchanged a worried glance, and Rose assumes the contemplative look. I bit my lower lip in anticipation. If she says no...
Right, you in.
A smile threatens to slip out from me.
If I see that you aren't feeling well, I'm taking you personally to the nearest clinic to have you checked. Clear?
Clear as day, ma'am. Thanks, Rose.
You insisted. But remember what I said. First sign of you looking not okay, and we're off. No questions asked.
It's just a small bump. Don't worry.
You shouldn't downplay these kinds of things. It could be a serious injury for all we know.
Yeah. Suddenly, a small cough sounds against the walls of the foyer, interrupting our banter. The woman is looking expectantly at the two of us, her stare making me shrink back a little on myself. She isn't really intimidating. Well, she is. Excuse me. But not in a scary, negative way. Far from it. Actually, her demeanor simply commands the air of sophistication and respect. In a different world, a younger me would have probably wished to be like her. At our lack of response, she coughs again, lifting a well-trimmed eyebrow at me in question. Words get caught in my throat. That's spelt wrong. At the sight of it. And Rose, as usual, is swift to catch my blunders.
My sincerest apologies, Miss
McCulloch. Marianne McCulloch.
I'm just gonna call you Marianne. I'm not gonna attempt to pronounce your last name, Madam, Miss. Oh, I got a card. She hands Rose her business card. I went to bed at 2 a.m. woke up at 6. Wow. Send help? Nah. Mark. Suffer with us. The words interior designer catches my eyes before my partner flips it over. Oh. Probably someone interested in the mansion for its 17th century influences then. I won't hold it against her though. Despite the hearsay and remaining uninhabited for years, the mansion's original fitting and furniture have been kept completely intact and restored to pristine condition. I suppose some people find that trip to the past feeling appealing. After all, with what it offers, this place could also be a haven for people looking to live somewhere with a classic historical charm.
Miss McCullough, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We're just ironing out a few things, but we'll be starting the tour soon enough. In the meantime, we've prepared some refreshments for you in the parlor while you're waiting. If you could please...
Thanks. There's no need for it, though. I just dropped by for a quick survey of the place.
She's adjusting her gloves.
I thought I should check the estate before I meet with the homeowners.
Rose's confusion is impossible to miss when she glances at me, and I return it with an equally perplexed look. And against my better judgment, I blurted out the first question that comes to mind.
I'm sorry. Homeowners?
Hello, Alcatraz. I'm doing fine. Just a bit jumpy, but okay. I should have kept my mouth shut. A flash of irritation crosses her face, but it instantly disappears under a mask of professional detachment.
Yes. Hannah, right? She hired me to handle the interior design for their new home.
Yes, it's a horror game.
This is the Ermengarde mansion, right?
It is, but...
She pauses, possibly trying to find the right words to fix the awkward situation without offending someone. I'm not allowed to miss polls anymore? Yeah, no one is. Suddenly, Rose nudges me with her elbow. We'll check with our supervisors. Okay, look. I will only make polls for the ones that I really can't make a decision on. Alright? But otherwise, I'll just do, like, normal stuff. I'll live with my consequences. I don't have a good relationship with Luke or Hannah. I think I'll send the letter to those two bitches. I like Ashton too much to give him the letter. I haven't even met Ashton yet. God damn. I've only made like a phone call to him. Well, he made a phone call to me, but yeah. Those few moments had given me enough time to clear my head and any nervousness or confusion clouding it.
It is, ma'am, but we weren't aware the mansion has already been sold.
What do you mean?
I almost flinch when she turns her gaze on me, but I stand my ground. Besides, it isn't like I haven't dealt with awkward situations like this before. Oh my god. Give me a second. Hang on. Let's see. I need to check something real quick. What is life? What is life? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Alright. Give me a second. Gotta type something out real quick. Just host mother is sending me some stuff. Alright, okay. A stretch and a hydrate. Thanks, Alcatraz. I will do that in just a moment. Alright. I will stretch. Oh, shit. Ah, fuck. Puppy's head. Plush dog's head fucking hit the space bar. God damn it. Alright. Hang on. What's the button? Backlog. Here we go. Oh, I already read that anyways. It's okay. It's fine. I may screw up at times, but that doesn't mean I haven't learned a thing or two in the 5 years I've worked in the business.
The mansion is indeed for sale, ma'am. Today's the open house, in fact. However, we haven't heard anything from the higher-ups that a deal has already been closed for this particular property.
Yeah. You heard me. There was no deal.
If you'd like, my co-agent and me can check with them right now.
Bip. She nods, seemingly in deep thought after I've finished. She appears to have... oh my god. She appears to be a reasonable person, anyway. Given the proper explanation, she'd surely understand. Wait, why is my chat not... What the fuck? There we go.
I thought something looked odd. Excuse me, I need to call my secretary.
Thank you for your assistance, Miss Santos.
Why did the sound quality change? With a slight wave of her hand, she leaves us. It seems to be the end of that. That seems to be the end of it. Both Rose and I breathed a sigh of relief. Disaster averted. I also don't miss the thumbs up she gives me for doing a good job, and I can't help but swell in pride. Still, I've already prepared myself to dial the number to our Luxembourg office and check, even if she didn't ask for it. Excuse me. I will be very frustrated if, for some reason, something has already been decided without my and Rose's knowledge, or Rose's knowledge. That's a whole new level of unfair. We've been working hard on this. Moments later, Miss what the fuck's her name again? Marianne? It's Marianne, right? Marianne. Moments later, Miss Marianne returns, looking a little flustered, but with an apology clear on her face. I feel a little sorry for having her go through all this trouble.
There seems to have been a little misunderstanding with my client. If you'll allow it, I'd like to stay and wait for them here. I was informed they'll be dropping by for the open house today. I figured it'd be a waste to just leave after that long drive. I might as well meet him here.
Certainly. You could stay at the parlor in the meantime, ma'am. I'm sure it won't be long before our guests arrive.
The art style is kind of nice.
And Isabella, I left a few documents in my car. You know where I keep those. Can you please get it for me?
Just so you guys know, I'm definitely not going to sleep with my lights off tonight. Rose takes a glance at my wristwatch before tossing me a set of keys.
And hurry! We've still got a few minutes to double check those papers.
Okay, got it.
Gotcha! Oh. How do I... Oh, there we go. February, October 21st. Rose... I will have all my lights off. Wonderful. I have my main room light on at the moment. Rose Cooper, Rose Cooper, along with a woman who introduced herself as Marianne nope, not gonna try that, found Isabella Santos lying unconscious in the mansion's foyer before the open house's start. Unable to recall what happened prior, Isabella insisted on working despite her co-agent's worries about her well-being. Wonderful. The two of them disappeared behind the parlor's doors. Doors? Yeah. The two of them disappear behind the parlor's door. Their departure brings with it a stillness to keep me company, neither welcoming nor comforting. Alone, like this, it's impossible not to think of what really happened. I wish the memory isn't so as elusive as it is normally. Then again, Rose already said she didn't receive any of my calls. Was it just paranoia? A temporary lapse after having heard all those tales about this place? Probably. I want to think of it as such. Better to think of it as such so I can work in peace. Except a small part of my mind begs to differ. And if I'm going to be completely honest with myself, I want nothing more than to leave this place as soon as possible. I don't know what's in this house, and I don't want to know. The keys Rose have... Oh my god. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. The keys Rose has just handed to me digs into my palms, its jagged edges creating shallow ridges on my skin from how hard I was clutching it. It's a reminder of what I still need to do, and why I've taken this job in the first place. Hugging my blazer closer to my body, I exit the house. to get what Rose asked. I exit the house to get what Rose has asked of me. Just a few more hours, Isabella. Sell the house, get the money. Hello? Okay. Not the scariest thing that's happened today. A flock of people have already gathered in the mansion's front yard by the time we officially open the doors. I'm not sure whether I should feel baffled or underdressed, standing in their presence. Men and women of wealth and status, all dressed to the nines in fancy suits and lovely dresses of varying colors, compose the medium-sized crowd. Their necks, arms, and fingers are adorned with silver and gold, glinting in the afternoon sun. Some even having ridiculously fancy feathered hats on their heads. I really hope there aren't any magpies living nearby like in the stories. Those birds will have a field day in this. They are murmuring amongst themselves, looking at the estate's facade appraisingly, with some arguing about whose mansion has the superior architecture. But most of it stops as Rose calls for their attention. They don't look too pleased at being ordered around, but what can we do about it?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We'll be taking a tour of the mansion in 2 groups. Please make sure you filled up our sign-in forms before joining a specific group.
Sorry, I gotta click my fingers real quick. I don't know if you heard it just now, but my wrist clicked. Oh my gosh. And I couldn't determine whether it felt good or not.
Those who want to look around the first floor, please follow my partner. I'll be guiding the ones who wish to see the ground floor.
Hearing this, a few wander to me. They're mostly old ladies who seem daunted at the idea of climbing all those stairs. What the hell? No. Miss Marianne also joins our group, but what really catches my eye is the elegantly dressed pair she approaches. Their eyes are so big, it's kind of daunting.
It's so nice to finally meet you! When Chief Inspector Lee mentioned that a famous interior designer is in town, I knew I had to get you!
Your confidence in my skills is very flattering, ma'am.
I'm sure you won't disappoint, Marianne.
Oh my god, I don't like his voice. I don't like it already. He sounds so condescending.
Oh, you know each other?
Not at all, ma'am.
You mentioned something about a Marianne on our way here, darling?
Oh, yes, I think I did.
Ah, they must be the clients she was talking about. I might have seen their faces somewhere before. Some magazine? Or the television? I can't quite remember. But then again, most of our guests have likely ended up on the news, one way or another. I won't be surprised if these two already have. For the people who are popular, though, they aren't dressed as loudly as the others, and in their simplicity, the couple stands out. The woman in particular is stunning enough to turn the heads of most people in my group, especially the men with wandering eyes. The guy standing beside her doesn't seem to mind, though. And if I'm going to be a bit bolder with my assumptions, I'd say he's basking in the attention. Both of them, in fact. I think they are brother and sister, but I'd think they are brother and sister if it wasn't for their public display of affection. And the matching rings on their fingers just cements the fact that they are indeed a couple. My only sunshine. Bro, have you guys seen those on Instagram? They're so great, right? Where the rings say "You are my sunshine, my lovely, my oh my god, English. What is English? What is English, and why do I speak it? I don't know. I legitimately don't know. Sweet Home Alabama. Oh my god, I love it. I love Doll just responded to me and said 1 or 2 question mark. Bruh. Cute, but diabetes. Whatever. Couple or not, what's important is we get this deal closed before the current owners can even think of canceling the listing. I just hope one of the people in Meyer Rose's group is brave and generous enough to buy this mansion. And so, with papers in hand, I lead the way. Oh, my journal updated. I was wondering where that sound came from. Today marked the open house of the infamous Ermengarde mansion. Opened to the public for the first time in years, Luxborn's most esteemed and prominent personalities gathered to catch a glimpse of the 17th century property, including Luxborn's most well-known couple, Luke and Hannah Wright. Are they related to Phoenix Wright? I'd like to know. Thanks for the posture check. When they aren't whispering amongst themselves or going ooh and ah over one thing or another, they ask questions. From how the restoration process went to the history of the place. I answer them all. More than happy to talk about the art pieces and architecture mostly. However, I'm careful not to mention anything about the urban legend. No, not a good material for sales talk, even if the entire population of Luxborn knows about it.
Some of the furnishings here are actually the 17th century originals, all of which have undergone a painstaking restoration process just to return its original beauty.
Nice.
Even the glass thing, colorful ones. Oh, I don't know, but you get the idea, I hope. Especially that one, ma'am. It is said to be a gift commissioned by the fiancé of Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. The mansion's current owners have specifically requested that the restoration crew take great care in handling it. It's a priceless work of art and the most distinctive feature of the mansion.
By the time I've stopped talking, her attention was already elsewhere.
Isn't this place wonderful, darling? I told you it's not a total waste of your time.
I don't know. Isn't it a bit too small?
Small?
We might have to break a wall down to have more room.
What? Oh my god, he is condescending. He's a dick. Small? Bruh.
Well, I think it is just right. Don't you think so, Marianne?
It is splendid, Mom.
That's how you know they rich? But it's so... Oh my god, that's so irritating.
But isn't it a little too early to make plans when no deal has been signed yet?
Never mind that. It isn't going to be a problem. We've got a wonderful legal team to handle everything. Start taking notes, though. I think I've got a few things I want changed before we move in.
What? This place is so pretty, and they're like, oh, let's change this place immediately. Let's beat Luke up. Is his name Luke? I don't know his fucking name, bro. I think something else is small. Oh yeah, he's small downstairs. Yeah, maybe, yeah. The rest of their conversation gets lost in the chatter of our companions. I don't want to make any assumptions yet, but their sheer interest is enough to give me some semblance of hope. He got small pee-pee! Oh, please, please, please let these guys be the one. Eventually, our group reaches the kitchen. I don't know why, but they both look like the sort of like modern version of the people in the portraits at the back there. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Much like the rest of the house, a great deal of effort has been put in retaining the room's classic appeal. The open hearth at the end of the room in particular looks amazing, like the ones I've only seen in fairy tale books. And mad props to the cleaning crew. Seriously, after overhearing hundreds of their complaints about the soot and tar staining the bricks, and how much of a pain in the arse cleaning this'll be, they still managed to pull this off. Or make it look presentable at least.
The highlight of the room, however, is what's underneath this hatch here.
Oh, don't say anything yet. An underground wine cellar.
Oh my god. Oh, right, you're right. Sorry. They did say the name. I just completely forgot. This is the first time the guy in the gray speaks up. Mr. Luke Wright, if my memory supplies from the forms they signed earlier. He's suddenly attentive. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why he got that creepy ass? I don't fucking know, bro. His sudden attentiveness catches me off guard. Since the start of the tour, only his wife has shown any form of genuine interest in the place. But this time, something lights up in his eyes at the mention of an undercroft. What's so interesting about the basement? I really don't understand rich people sometimes. I don't like basements. If I get a house, if there's a basement in the house, nope. No deal. If I take a house tour and there's a basement in the house, I'm not gonna buy the house. Right now, he gives me the impression of a child who's seen what he absolutely wants for Christmas. I've always found it cute whenever I see children act that way, my younger siblings especially. On a grown man? It's almost funny.
Yes, sir. It could house around 7,000 to 11,000 bottles of wine.
Truly. And the room, how was it built?
The bricks that were used to build the cellar have been carefully picked for the purpose of maintaining and preserving a constant temperature and humidity in the room. It's a good place to keep your private collection in if you have one, sir.
It keeps the corks in good condition.
Oh, love. Didn't you say before that you wanted to make your own personal vineyard? Perhaps you could start one here.
You know, I always read it as vineyard, but I kind of figured it would have been vineyard. I'm so fucking dumb, bro.
You know we're going to need space for that, darling.
And this isn't big enough?
If it's space you're worried about, sir, the Ermengarde mansion sits on a 46-acre lot. There's plenty of room for it. We were told that the original owners had a horse stable built here before, too.
There's a oh my god. Oh my god. Let me just reread that line, right? There's a contemplative expression on Mr. Wright's face, but he didn't say anything further. His wife, however, seems really pleased that he has started to show interest, if only a little. I smile to myself. I may not completely understand how these people's minds work, but I sure as hell know how to spot a buyer with sincere interest. Score! I can't wait to tell Rose. The rest of the tour goes by without a hitch. After more than half an hour, we're able to cover almost every room in the ground floor, and are heading to the parlor. Funny, the first time BRC had us survey the property, I kept complaining to Rose how big it is. Now I can't even bring myself to care, no matter how much my feet hurt. Maybe it's just my excitement over the possible sale? When we reach the parlor, however, an odd feeling washes over me. It starts off as small goosebumps on my skin, a feeling of being watched intently. Whispers in my ear and shadows dancing, lurking in the corner of my vision. Dark silhouettes there are gone when I turn to look. A chill settles down my spine, making me feel sick, and I start to break out in a cold sweat. I can't do this. I need to sit down for a moment. The old ladies in the group have been requesting for a break anyway. If I can just...
Excuse me? Everyone? We will be taking a 15-minute rest here before we visit the first floor. In the meantime, please help yourselves to the refreshments and snacks we've prepared. If anyone has any questions, feel free to approach me. I'd be happy to help you.
I let them sit while I retire to a quiet corner to recover. It's not what you think. Don't think about it. It's not what you think. I've probably just caught Becca's cold. Don't think about it. I'm left alone for a good while, the same words spilling out of my lips in a silent prayer. Until a hand taps my shoulder.
Hello, you there?
Yes, ma'am?
Oh, look at you. Having to show a group around a mansion this big must be exhausting.
Not a problem, ma'am. I'm just doing my job.
What a hard worker. Anyway, Isabel, right?
Isabella, actually. But yes, what can I help you with, ma'am, right?
Please, just Hana. Call me Hana.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Hana, okay. I'll call you Hana.
I just wanted to ask, how soon are we able to move in?
My brain completely stops. The sick feeling plaguing me is suddenly gone, replaced with utter bewilderment. Is this a joke? She looks at me expectantly as I struggle to come up with an answer.
Wait, ma'am, you see, but we haven't even negotiated a price yet, ma'am. We haven't even finished touring the rest of the mansion. A sale would be great and all, but...
She stops me from speaking any further and puts a hand on my shoulder. For a moment, with her tight smile, she looks as if she has tasted a particularly sour lemon.
Oh, please, sweetie, don't insult me. Money is not a problem. And, just between you and me, this place is better off with us than with some old lady who will probably just fill it up with cats.
Oh my god, I don't know if that's insulting to old women.
I personally don't think there's anything wrong with having cats here, ma'am Hana. I'm sure there's more than enough space here if you want pets.
Perhaps I'm still not feeling well, but really, what's wrong with cats? More importantly, why is she talking about moving in already?
Well, I'm more of a dog person. But you see, this is going to be a gift to my darling. It's going to be our anniversary soon.
Cute? I don't know.
And it would be so wonderful if you can secure its purchase for us.
I'm kind of sus of them, I'm not gonna lie.
Why, I can even offer something extra if you help us out with the paperwork.
We actually have a process for this, ma'am. I don't really think that would be necessary or appropriate.
And just what are you two lovely ladies talking about here? Leaving me and our lovely interior designer to talk here by ourselves. What would the people think, darling?
Oh, it's just small talk, love. I was asking if she could help me with the paperwork.
I try not to wince when her nails dig into my shoulders. Why would she fucking do that, little bitch? I can't help but send an imploring look at Miss Marianne, who only gives me an apologetic smile and a shrug.
Yeah, I can give you a fact sheet and a form to fill out.
She wastes no time in taking the papers from my hand and shuffles through the bunch. Oh man, Rose is going to be so angry at me for letting her do that.
Wonderful. And Marianne, I'd really love to talk to you about those changes. You took some notes earlier, yes?
I did, Mom. But I really hope that this time...
Excellent. Hopefully you can help us out too, Isabel.
Isabella.
Right. It's a lovely name, Isabel.
Oh my god. Oh my god! First the condescending man and now... Oh my god.
It's Isabella.
Yes, that's great. We'll be more than happy to put in a good word to your superiors too, and... What's this?
Oh, they found the letter! Oh shit! A look of confusion and disgust appears on her face. Turning to her husband, he merely shrugs in reply.
That's, an interesting work of art. Not to my taste, though. I'm sorry.
Darling, Buttercup, art is a complete overstatement for this garbage. It looks like a cheap prop from a D-list horror film.
Shush, love. Let the girl do what she pleases with, what do they call this? Oh, forget about it. At the very least, it's not as dreadful as the one art exhibit I was forced to attend last month. You should have seen it, Marianne. Even you would have been appalled. but I'm sure you'll know what to do with our walls once we get started.
I highly doubt it is as bad as you say, ma'am. Nevertheless, you can be assured that my team will only pick whatever suits your tastes. Nothing of this chain letter sort, of course. It has to always work with a palette.
I'm quite sure chain letters these days don't come in this form.
It's my turn to be puzzled. What do they mean? Rose and I double-checked everything. Are the papers I handed out not enough? I wanted to ask what I did wrong. I don't want to mess this up. But with the way Madame Hannah leads the conversation, I'm afraid that's exactly what will happen if I do interrupt her.
That's good to hear. See, darling, isn't she an absolute delight to work with? I can't wait to see how this place will look when she's done with it.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that, Buttercup.
I don't like him at all. A smile is back on her face when she turns to me and hands me the strange piece of paper.
I would still put it away if I were you, though. Otherwise, people might get the wrong impression. Anyway, as I was saying...
I didn't hear the rest of what she says after that. I could only stare down at the paper, at the letter in my hands. The sides crinkled in my grip, and my breathing grows labored. Dread quickly fills my mind.
Isabella? Isabella? Are you alright? You're looking pale.
I didn't even notice when Rose's group joined us in the parlor. I want nothing more than to say that, no, I'm not alright. I want to leave this place. Because I remember everything as clearly as day. Oh my god, I can't read. It says as clear as day, and I said as clearly as day. Oh my god. This letter, and that woman in the attic. It's real.
The letter. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Careless. I've been so careless. How do I even tell them that without looking like I've gone mad? Should I even tell them? Okay. Yang, I'm sure you understand how it works now. Do you mind doing the honors? Do you want to make a poll for me, love? If you don't want to, that's okay. I'll do it. I'll do it myself. If you want to know how to do it, just hit /poll and hit enter, and it should tell you what to do. Just embrace the madness. Palnya, welcome to the stream. Don't worry about it. Take your time. You don't have to type that much. Just type option 1 or option 2, or just 1 or 2. I know which one you mean. Don't worry about it. While you're doing that, I might just go grab a snack. Horny? Comrade. Always. I don't get the ghosts endgame. I don't particularly know either, to be honest with you. Give me snacks, bitch. Oh, hey, Lovey. Welcome to the stream. If you want a snack, Lovey, you're gonna have to take a train for like an hour, I believe. An hour or 2. And come over here. What happens when everyone in town sees the letter? I'm not sure. I don't know. I have no idea. Digimon cards? Wow. Are you telling Alcatraz? Are you telling me that I'm not always a snack? Also, don't worry about Yang. I'll do it. I'm not sure that. I'll teach you how to do it later. You're eating pasta, anyways. Don't worry about it. I got you. I got you. I got you. It's okay. Alright, you guys got a minute to pick one. I am the advocate for chaos. Wow. Okay. Your snack looks delicious, but I can't eat it. That's too bad, Alcatraz. And good thing, too, because you told my other self that you are loyal, I do believe. Lovey, what's with that face? Are you saying that I'm not delicious? Or yummy looking? How dare you? Alright, it seems we have a definitive choice this time. Show Rose the letter. Oh, I got minus. I got the minus. No. Y'all look salty. Oh, you look dang salty. Alright, hang on. Let me just... Alright, awesome. I blurt out before I could think twice about what I'm going to say.
Rose, we need to get out of here. This place is cursed.
Rose casts a nervous glance at the people in the room. Most are still engaged in a conversation with their peers, but those curious enough to turn their heads in our group's direction have been given her trademark saleswoman smile. A tight expression is on her face when she pulls me aside.
Isabella, we've already had a conversation about this weeks ago. Those are just stories.
Welcome to the stream, Ozzy. Yeah, but I can still flirt? I mean, you're right.
And I'm telling you that it's not. I saw something in there. It's not human at all. I thought it was just nothing, but isn't this letter proof enough?
She gently reaches out and plucks the paper from my hand. Without even taking a glance, she folds it back neatly.
Look, I'm really getting worried about you. I know you want to see this open house through, but your condition is more important. Give me a few minutes to wrap things up here, and I'll drive you to the nearest hospital.
No! You don't understand! There isn't a condition, Rose. No concussion at all. I'm fine. But this place isn't, and you're being stubborn about it.
Before Rose could open her mouth for a retort, a hand lands on both our shoulders, pulling the two of us a distance closer.
Now, ladies, what seems to be the problem here?
Nothing, sir. I just had to clarify a few things with my colleague.
Well, it certainly seems intense.
Oh my god,
A
why'd you
swell
say
fits
it
the
like
two
that?
of you better, in my opinion.
Why'd he have to say it like that? Why the fuck did he have to say it like that? Ew.
Especially darling little Lily here.
Lily? Lily? Oh, you little bitch. I stopped by Zale's stream. What did I miss? Nothing. I'm picked opportunities not to touch. Oh, okay. He's scraping your bow. Oh my god, he is gross. Blech. He gives my shoulder a gentle squeeze, while what? What the fuck is that word? Inscrutable? Is that how you pronounce that?
Inscrutable.
Yeah, it is. The creepy music makes him more creepy. Sure. With an inscrutable smile spread across his face.
It's Isabella, sir.
Of course. But my point still stands. And with two beautiful ladies here, I'm sure.
And I'm sure little Lily here would certainly appreciate it if you remove your pretty hands from her, darling.
Oh, yes. Yes. Tell him off. Tell him off. Do it more. You don't do it enough, woman. Say it even louder. Alright, hang on. I'm gonna put the snack away because I'm gonna keep eating it otherwise. I'm gonna drink some water, clear my my mouth. Well, thanks for activating my trap card, iDub, Nya. And for a lovely Nya redeem as well, Nya. Give me your snack. Unfortunately, I can't share my snack with you, Phoebe, Nya. Because if I did that, that would be a sin. Anyways, Nya, let's continue the story, Nya. The pressure on my shoulder lifts as soon as those words leave his wife's lips, while the scowl on her face is like a splash of cold water on me, yeah? But you're hungry, yeah? Well, Phoebe, if you're hungry, yeah, I'm afraid you're gonna have to find your own snack, or perhaps, would you like to have me instead, yeah? Anyways. It is also impossible to miss the displeased frown on Miss Marianne's face. Should I add Mandarin, yeah? If you add Mandarin, yeah, I won't be reading any more of this because I can't translate, yeah? The realization that we might lose the sale because of my outburst instantly dawns on me, yeah? Rose will be beyond pissed, yeah?
I think I need to step out for a while. I'll be back.
Bowing my head, I muttered a quick apology and gathered my stuff to make a quick exit, yeah? It doesn't matter if this place is haunted or not, yeah? I've caused trouble, and Rose can be quite unforgiving of behavior like this. Yeah, excuse me? I'm almost at the door when she catches up to me, yeah?
Isabella, wait!
The apprehension must have been quite obvious on my face, because her expression instantly shifts to something gentler. Eyes softer, a fond smile spread across her lips, yeah?
Hey, I'm not angry.
Lies, yeah?
I know. I'm sorry I ruined this for you.
Come on, you didn't ruin anything. It's not like we haven't ran into any problems before. If we don't get a deal today, we can always try on a different day. And look.
She hesitates, completely trailing off, before shifting her gaze down to her hands, yeah? A small gesture to stall, yeah? Her fingers are fiddling with the piece of folded paper, yeah? It's that stupid letter again, yeah? My hands stiffen when she gives it back, but I take it nevertheless, yeah? More as a automatic response than any desire to have it back, yeah? Lovey, yeah? You've just changed this into a just chatting stream. Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why? Because I'm not translating that shit, and you can't make me. And I can't read in Chinese either, so that wouldn't help. Okay. So, 你们好吗？不是你们可以看到他们说什么，是我不可以说他们是说什么。我可以我知道你们可以看到他们说什么，可是我不可以说他们不说什么是娘，他们不说是什么娘。谢谢菲比，我喝水，我的 mask toggle 娘，我没有，我说的娘。是的，是的，你们不可以听我说是什么呢？好笑的 situation 呀，不可以，我不知道 situation 是什么呀。我不知道中文说什么呀？你不要我可以，谢谢 Phoebe Jacket Toggle 呀。OK， 我不知道这里说什么。 是的，你们不知道我说什么，可以我说不好的东西，我可以说好的东西，你们不知道的。我可以说 Alcatraz 你是不好的，不好的。你要 insults， 我可以说你不可爱。Yang， 你不可爱，我不爱你，你不可以。哦，你有说Spanish 跟我们，我没有 insult 你，你不知道我说什么，你不可以说我 insult 你们，可是我说好的东西。Yang 有很好的 art， 我没有说他是好的，好的那是什么朋友？你画的东西是好可爱，好看，好可爱，可是好看。可以啊，可是你们不知道我说什么是heart， 我不知道是什么，我不知道那个是什么，要死了，我的 vocabulary。不是他的生日，是的吗？不是吧？哎呦，是28，不是今天。4 seconds， 我不要说中文了，中文好I forgot the word. I hate you guys. Anyways, we're gonna go back to the game now. Gosh. Oh my lord. My hands stiffen when she gives it back, but I take it nevertheless. More as an automatic response than any desire to have it back. I'll throw it if I can. But I have this nagging feeling that one way or another it'll find its way back to me, regardless of what I do to it. Oh, she's talking about one of those situations where the cursed object, where you throw it away and then it just appears back in your hands or like back in your pocket or something.
Rose, this is... You have to let them know about...
I know you want us to get this sale so badly. And we made a lot of plans on how to go about this.
No, it's not. It's not. English is my first language. Bahasa is like my second language that I've completely forgot about. Mandarin is actually my third language. I can barely speak in Mandarin. It's not easy. I have a very limited amount of vocabulary.
I mean, who wouldn't? This is the first time I've been assigned to a property like this. I've sold plenty of houses before, but nothing like what we have here. It's a beautiful house. I'd love to get one of my own if I ever win the lottery.
Yeah, so my second language is actually the language of my home country. And I can only say, I eat rice. I can only say a limited amount of things. And I can only understand a very limited amount of things. You say that, Alcatraz, but I actually find an easier time learning Mandarin than I do Korean, which is supposed to be the easier language to learn. But there are like Chinese dialects that I can understand. So I can understand Hokkien and Cantonese, but I can't speak it. Because my parents speak Hokkien and Cantonese. But neither of them really speak in Chinese. I mean Mandarin. So I'm learning that on my own, sadly.
But I think... Look, here's the thing, Isabella. If we are going to do this, work on something, I don't know, this big, I need you in top shape. And the way you are now...
My mind stops.
What? Wait. No, I can still work. I just need to get myself together.
That's what you said earlier. I let it go because I thought, hey, it's your own body and you should know more than anyone how you feel. But after this, I really think you should take a break.
You're kicking me out?
No, I'm not. Look, all I'm asking is for you to take a seat somewhere I can see you, and let me handle this for now. You're clearly not yourself, and I honestly could use some time not worrying when you'll fall over or not. The day's not even over, and I'm already feeling the stress. Please, humor me just this once.
Yeah, so if you say one word 4 different ways, it could mean something different because of, what is it called? Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to click enter. So what is it called? Tones, because of the tones. So there, in Mandarin, I mean, I think in Chinese in general, there are tones. So the way you pronounce something could make it mean something different. So in Mandarin, there are 4 different tones. And you could have a straight tone, a rising tone, a descending tone, or... Oh, I can't remember what the other one is. Yeah, 是, 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 是. So those could mean 4 different things. She clasps her hand together in front of her, eyes pleading for understanding. And I do understand, to some extent. That doesn't mean I feel any less awful. Whether at myself, at the unlucky turn the situation has taken, or for her, I don't really know. That sounds like a met. I don't think that's possible because ni hao and fuck you are 2 different things altogether. I actually don't know if there's a word for fuck you. I know there's a really annoyed one you could say 闭嘴 or 烦死人, which is it doesn't mean fuck you. It's like I guess it's one way to swear at people.
I promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow.
Fine. Okay. I'll step aside for now.
You're upset.
A little, yeah, obviously.
If it's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is.
Please don't. I don't want a repeat of the lecture I got during my first assignment. He called me a noob, and I don't even know what that means.
That means you're new, you dingus. At the memory, we burst out in helpless giggles, earning us strange looks from the guests milling about the door. Talking and laughing like this, it's easy to forget any mishaps that happened. Little things you learn to appreciate, I guess.
So, are we good?
I'm still not okay with it, but Rose has a point. It's better for me to step out of this one for now.
I won't be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll just take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap things up.
Please, just stay put. I insist.
I'm not an invalid, Rose.
You clearly have not seen how you looked earlier.
Bruh, she keeps yelling like there's no tomorrow.
It's not that bad.
Color hasn't even returned to your cheeks yet. Just stay here, all right? Don't even think of going anywhere. Let me finish what I'm doing here, and then I'll take you back to Luxembourg myself to have that minor bump checked. At least wait for me to call someone who'll fetch you, okay?
She's gone before I can voice one more complaint. Left with nothing else to do, I find myself drifting back to the foyer. A few visitors lingered in the area, some merely enjoying the afternoon sunlight streaming through the stained glass windows. Others can be seen admiring the priceless antiques decorating the room. One group of elderlies, gathered some ways across from me, is occupied in a friendly banter about which one would cost more to buy. A little argument here, an occasional laughter there, and teasing there. I smiled to myself. The conversation reminded me of what I've been missing these past few months. Rose is probably right. I do need a break. Maybe this afternoon's hangout will help. Speaking of, I should call Ash. It's a few hours early from what I've told him, but he did ask for a call once I'm done. Besides, I don't have a ride back. He offered, so I might as well take it. Or bribe him into giving me one. Not that he'll ever accept the latter, personal convictions and all. Honestly, if there's something I find admirable in him, despite his tendencies to annoy the hell out of me, it's that. Did they ever say how much the mansion was worth? No, because they're gonna evaluate the price with the buyer. So they didn't like specify what price it was going to be. Well, whatever way works. A free ride is still a free ride. There's Rose's offer too, but despite what she says, I know she'll be busy for the rest of the afternoon, especially without me assisting. Bothering her for a favor as small as this is the last thing I want to do right now. A couple minutes and a few prayers asking for a decent signal later, the call finally connects, and...
Shit!
What?
Shit, how loud is this thing even?
A sharp ringing fills the entire hall, disrupting the pleasant quiet that has settled. Soon enough, heads begin to turn and search for the source, mine included. My eyes dart around the small crowd before zeroing in on the lone figure crouching behind the small group of old people checking out the decors moments ago. He was facing away from me, fumbling with something in his hands. But I don't need to see his face to know whose back it is. Oh, I recognize that dumb parka anywhere. Without bothering to end the call, I marched towards him. After what happened today, I'm really not in the mood to deal with this.
Of all the times to...
Ashton Frey!
Bruh, his picture looked way better. What happens next is something I'll surely regret later for not having recorded. He jumps. He jumps. What the fuck was that? He jumps, lets out an undignified yelp, followed by his phone slipping out of his grip. It bounces from what you see online is, yeah, I know, right? It bounces on one hand and the other in his poor attempts to catch it before ultimately falling flat on the floor with a resounding clack. I kind of feel sorry for the phone and the floor, but it's not every day that you can catch someone like Ash off guard and get a reaction. Damn his stupid detective senses. I'll take every ounce of victory I can get, no matter how small. Ha! An awkward pause passes between us. A blink. A cough. He makes a face. And then, in a too-quick motion, he ducks and retrieves his abused gadget, while a grin threatens to break out from my lips. He doesn't meet my eyes when he straightens up. but a flush has crept up his neck and cheeks. In another universe where we haven't known each other for 5 years and suffering through his teasings isn't a day-to-day occurrence, chances are I'd find that adorable. Endearing, even. Unfortunately, this isn't that kind of world. The way things are, I'm already content to see him out of his obnoxiously calm and collected disposition.
Hello to you too, scaredy cat. I could stand to be greeted like a normal person, you know.
What? And miss that look on your face? No way. Oh man, I should have taken a picture.
I am so honored you find this funny. Is that how you treat your guests? I think I need to talk to your supervisor.
Talk to yourself. You aren't even a guest here. What are you doing here in the first place?
Good questions. For a moment, he looks like a cat that swallowed the canary. Suddenly, checking every nook and cranny of his phone for any damage or scratches seems to be a more interesting activity than explaining
Ash?
himself.
I could be looking to buy a house.
A mansion?
Yeah, why not? Did you see the view outside? It doesn't look haunted to me at all.
I thought his hair was white. I'm gonna admit to you right here. I thought his hair was white. I had the impression that his hair was white from the phone. Because on what the fuck's her name? On Rose's picture, it showed her hair, her hair color, like straight up. But it didn't really show on Ash's. So I thought his hair was white. Or some form of gray. I don't know. He's messing with me.
Ashton, I am not in the mood. What are you doing here?
He chances a glimpse at some point behind me. The parlor? Curious, I follow his gaze, but before I can figure out what has caught his attention, he places a hand on my shoulder and turns me back to face him.
I just finished working on something, so I dropped by.
I still don't see how his work has anything to do with why he's here. At my confused look, he drops the hand resting on my arm, like he has touched something particularly hot, and casually rubs it on the back of his neck.
And I said I'll see if I can pick you up. Turns out I can. Free time and all.
I like him, he's cute.
So here I am. Figured you'd still be busy, and so I roamed around for a while.
I still like him.
Oh, you should have mentioned that sooner. I was about to throw you out.
Throw me? Hey, I was given a pamphlet. I think that makes me a legitimate client.
We have mandatory sign-in sheets for clients, Ash. I didn't see your name on it. And you can't just roam around because it says open house. Normal people actually follow an etiquette here.
Stop yelling, you're gonna draw attention to yourself, oh my god.
Right, okay. I think I'll just go ahead and...
No, wait. I wasn't really going to throw you out. Rose said... Never mind. I was just about to leave anyway.
Wait, what? Now?
Something must have shown in my face because he pauses and gives me a long, hard stare. A hard stare, okay. No, I'm kidding, stop it guys, come on. Sometimes I forget how easy reading people is for Ash, given how he often looks as if everything around him is a chore. I avoid his eyes, hoping he'll drop the subject and won't ask any more questions. The last thing I want is to tell him what happened, especially the part about the letter. In fact, he's the last person on Earth I'll ever think of telling to... oh my god. My phone rang and then my throat started doing a thing and then I started reading it wrong. In fact, He's the last person on Earth I'll ever think about telling it to, if I can help it. Sure, he's a dependable guy. God knows how many times he's helped me, even without me asking for it. But stuff like ghosts and the supernatural? He'll never believe those, even if he hears it from a friend. Except maybe if it's Becca. On a good day, the most harmless thing he'll do is give you an explanation why those things have no chance of ever being real. At worst, he's insufferable. He'll poke fun at you at every single chance he'll get. Ashhole. What did I ever do to him? He never does that to Becca or Zach. I can already imagine how things will go down the moment I spill a word of what I saw. Nope. Over my dead body. Before it catches his attention, I shove the letter deep into my bag.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Let's just go.
Doesn't look like a nothing to me.
We still have Zach's movie tonight, remember?
It's still early. And didn't you say your shift will end around 5 or 6? What about... Hey, Isabella, wait up!
No, I'm not waiting for you. A rush of air greets me as soon as the main door opens. Not the usual autumn draft, but it's still a welcome change from the stifling atmosphere inside the mansion. Ash's footsteps are quick behind me, the soles of his shoes thumping hard against the polished concrete in an awkward cadence as he rushes to catch up. He calls out once, twice. The mansion still looms in the background. Whispers calling me back, shadows beckoning. I don't look back. I hate that. Oh my god, I'm gonna stay silent. I want to see if you guys can hear the elevator music. Actually, never mind. I probably made it even more quiet when I adjusted the volume earlier, so... We spent the ride back to Luxborn City in a relatively quiet manner, with only the radio's disjointed hum in the background to fill the silence. Occasionally, Ash will reach out to fiddle with it until the signal settles or it's on a respectable volume, but otherwise he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. However, if the furtive glances he's been sending my ways are signs, I know there are things he's been itching to ask since we left the mansion. I kept my eyes trained on the passing... Oh, excuse me. I keep my eyes trained on the passing scenery outside in the small hope that my disinterest will dissuade him.
Here.
All of a sudden, he tosses something to me from a small compartment on his side. It hits me cleanly on the chin before I can make a move to catch it. The small package makes a soft landing on my lap instead.
Sorry.
The glare I send him wipes the smirk about to form cleanly off his face. He clears his throat, focusing his eyes on the road again. I swear he did that on purpose. Ignoring him, I flip the half-forgotten package on my lap.
I won't say no to free food, but why are you giving away cereal bars?
I always have one on my person, and you look like you're about to pass out back there.
Yeah, I agree. Also, Yang! Yang! Look! It's your energy bar! And it's chocolate cereal! Yang's energy bar. Chocolate cereal. Yang, they stole your chocolate cereal. 哇哦！谢谢 Ozzy， 你真的是笨蛋。你知道我不要说这个东西。你们好吗？好不好啊？耶，你有这个 energy bar， 给你好了。啊，你爱我，我不喜欢你。有啊，我不知道minutes 是什么。我不知道 minutes 中文是什么。啊，你，Adam， 你去吃那个 energy 吧，去吧。真的吗 ，Ozzy？ 真的吗？我爱你吗？我不知道哎。爱的，你去吃饭吧，不要吃一个protein bar， 你去吃饭，或吃面。啊，看到我是 soup。Wim 做的我是 soup。啊，我的天啊，我不知道那个画的啊，我不知道去哪里了。那个画的东西，哈？有吗？有吗？没有吧？我的朋友，我不要说了，我不知道了。好的 link 是好的好的人。你看这个烟的话，好可爱耶！你看有1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、16个烟，16个好小可爱烟。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、12、13、14、15、16，有16个可爱小烟。有30 seconds。那个是什么？哇！哦，是 Muddy 的。哦。 Yang, you know that drawing that you have of me and Phoebe and you? Where I say he's nice and you're like, don't even get me started on the time you commented on his butt? I don't even remember whose butt I was commenting on. If I'm frankly honest, I've legitimately forgotten. I've forgotten whose butt we were commenting on.
Have you eaten lunch yet?
Yes, I do want to know, actually. I don't even get the chance to deny it, because right on cue, my stomach rumbles loudly and empty. Oh! Okay, never mind. Let's not talk about that. My stomach rumbles loudly and an empty, gnawing feeling in my belly becomes noticeable. No surprise there, since I did skip breakfast and lunch so I could catch Becca while she was on break. I was hoping to get a small meal after. I guess with everything going on, I just forgot until Ash mentioned it. It's not like the hollow feeling's new to me, though. If anything, it's just one of the things I've gotten used to ignoring over the years growing up. A thanks. Then I tear open the package and start nibbling on the edge of the bar. Apart from an acknowledging nod, Ash doesn't say anything after that small exchange. For that, I'm thankful. After getting an earful from both Becca and Rose, it's nice to be able to just sit with someone who's not going to nag at you.
How'd the open house go?
The usual. We got a bigger crowd than normal because of the property's fame, but really no different from the typical open house. On second thought, it actually looks like a fancy party more than an open house. I've never felt so underdressed in my life. Weren't you there?
I wasn't really listening.
I should have asked someone to kick you out.
No, you won't.
And what makes you so sure?
One, ever since you got assigned to this property, you've been freaking out about it. Rebecca's words, not mine. She's been complaining to me about how you talked your ears off, by the way. Two, despite your initial qualms about the place, you still took the job. Which brings us to three. It's been months since you last settled a deal, and you're short on money right now since you're back to your instant noodle diet.
How do you even know about the last one?
Rebecca. Anyhow,
obviously,
you're hell-bent on selling the mansion. Even if someone you know personally is in the tour group, you aren't going to just kick them out. Every single person who went on your open house is still a prospective client to you. Even me.
He's not entirely wrong. Oh man, I walked right into that one, didn't I?
I hate you. I really hate you right now.
His answer is a small laugh. The kind that screams, "I'm right, I told you so." I hate it when he does that.
I'll have you know that there's already someone who's extremely interested in this property. So even if you expressed any sort of interest in it, I don't think they'd be willing to let you have it. Too bad.
Provided I don't botch it with the rights. Madame Hannah, in particular, didn't look too pleased with what I did. I owe Rose a big apology. I hope she likes free donuts.
You don't seem too happy about it.
Speaking of free donuts, I actually made an account with the Krispy Kreme's donut place, and I still have yet to redeem my free sugar donut. My sugared glazed donut. I need to go get that.
I am happy. Doesn't this look like a happy face to you?
Nope.
Really? And here I was thinking you found another one stuffed in the sofa. Or is it the wardrobe this time?
He meant that as a joke, but how close it is to the truth made my blood run cold, and my own heartbeat a heavy weight in my chest. I'm pretty sure that you can only redeem one sugar glazed donut, like redeem one free sugar glazed donut for an account that you made on the Krispy Kreme website. So if you want a free donut, Yang, just make a Krispy Kreme account and you'll be fine. All at once, the letter in my bag feels a whole lot heavier, burdened by my own guilt and apprehension.
Yeah, well, things happened. Stuff the right couple might not be pleased about. No need to make a fuss about it. It's normal in the business.
You made them angry?
Not angry, just stuff happened.
Like?
Things.
Did they do anything? Your clients, the Wrights, was it?
I can't answer that. At least not without revealing everything that took place in the attic. I feel like lying would be a bad move since he seems to be the detective type, so I'm gonna change the subject.
You keep asking me about my work, yet you haven't said a single word about yours.
Hey, I plussed it. Ha 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 ha.
That's not fair. Both you and Zach have literally disappeared off the face of the earth.
An over-exaggeration, but changing the subject to something else is still better than outright lying to him. Besides, it never works on him. I'm sure if it's because I'm just bad at it, or... I'm not sure if it's because I'm just bad at it, or because he's just really very good at his job. He doesn't answer immediately, only momentarily shifting a glance over to me and returning it back to the road when he has to make a sharp turn. Outside, the sun has already started its descent, casting a vibrant orange glow on the tall buildings. Every time I pause and I hear the elevator music, I just get distracted, bro. I wonder how long before we reach the venue of Zach's film. Checking the street signs outside, it appears Ash has taken the longer route. Odd. But he's probably trying to avoid the rush hour traffic.
Didn't we just talk a week ago over chat?
That's different. Linking your awful memes in the group chat box every morning isn't exactly a conversation.
Oh my god, that sounds like something Ozzy would do.
Excuse me, I don't hear you calling them awful while you're laughing at all of them.
Shut up! And you aren't answering my question.
They sound like a couple. That earns him a soft punch to his arm. I did laugh at them, but I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of knowing that I find most of them funny. It'll only make his head bigger. Stupid Ash.
Alright, lay off on the abuse. Remember that case I mentioned before? We've been trying to pin the bastard down, but it required more work than we anticipated. The guy's slippery like that. We got some good lead months ago.
I just got a reply from the other person I DM'd, and they said they didn't give me an answer. They just said ... what? Thanks for replying. He recounts what he's been doing in the time we haven't seen each other. His usual work, the occasional small investigation, and the big case he's been stuck working on. Stuff he couldn't mention in the brief time we catch each other online. Although most of it are the trimmed down version. Only things he can tell. He has always been careful about that. Even the way he spins his answers to my questions, just enough to satisfy my curiosity, but not enough to paint the whole picture. At one point his voice takes on a strained tone when he mentions something about the big case, but I don't dwell on it that much. That's normal, right? I mean, who wouldn't be frustrated if you can't bring someone to justice because they keep slipping out of your fingers? If I were in his shoes, I'd definitely lose my mind. His stories never cease to be entertaining, regardless. If things weren't the way they were back home, maybe I would have considered taking on the same job as him. Well, nope, not really. Mama would never allow that. Mama said. But the idea is still there, along with countless others I've let go. Time passes quickly between us in this manner, but before I know it, we're already at the movie house. A small crowd has already formed in the front of the theater when we arrive. the Lift Fest, short for Luxembourg Independent Film and Theater Festival. Attracts a bigger crowd annually. Excuse me, and this year is no different. I've only been to a few indie film screenings with Zach, so I'm not an expert on the matter. But I know that for people hoping to make a break in the industry, getting your film recognized by a local event like this is already a big deal. Especially for a newcomer like Zach. He hasn't even won an award yet, but just getting a confirmation letter that the festival committee wants to include his movie in this year's lineup already puts a grin on his face for weeks. Speaking of the guy, he's impossible to miss. At 6 feet, he appears to loom over most of the moviegoers, and with his large build and heavy voice, there's no surprise when people give him a wide berth as they pass by. I came to cause chaos again. 你真的要我的 stream 是中文的 stream？ 我不要玩 game 了。Ozzy， 我知道我 ban 你做make me sing， 可是你要我 ban 你做 Mandarin 吗？你要我 ban 你做中文的 redeem 吗？你要吧，我可以做。可是 Lovey 是你第一个的人 redeem 这个。我不要听你说了 ，Ozzy。是啊，你是第一个人，做这个 redeem。你说的 IDUB， 你说哦 IDUB， 你 redeem 这个中文的 redeem 吧，他不要 redeem， 你叫他是 pussy。看吧，是你第一个的人做这个 redeem。真的笨蛋欸。你看 IDUB 要我玩这个 game， 你们真的不要我玩这个 game， 是你们怕这个ghost 吗？你们不要看 jump scare， 是不是啊？你们不要看这个 jump scare， 是不是？你们好怕欸，哦，小的弟弟，小的妹妹，你们好怕吗？你们不要看这个 ghost 吗？你们不知道我说什么，我为什么给你们说啊？我要吃我的东西，你们知道，你们不知道我说什么， 我要吃东西了。啊。你们要吃吗？不要，好的，是我的。我都吃。等一下，等一下，我看到这个，你看 ，Pocket Chibi， 你们要看 Pocket Chibi 吗？我要看这个。我要看这个 movie， 有一个 Bat Cat， 是 Batman 的苗呢？是 Batman 的苗呢？是不是啊？是 Batman 的猫吗？啊 ，Alright. I'll put the snacks away now. Alright. It's often easy to mistake him for someone intimidating at first glance. I did, back when I didn't know any better. Ash did too, I heard. Once early in their friendship.
Oh, there's Zach!
Hey, you guys! Long time no see!
Bruh. Okay, Nya, I guess I'm doing this, Nya. Ozzy, how many points do you have, Nya? Jesus. Nya. Zach's face lights up with a smile of his own, Nya. He moves towards us with careful steps, taking a significant effort to make himself smaller so as to not bump or accidentally hit anyone, Nya. Good. I hope you die. Why do you want him to do that, Nya? Lovey, what the fuck, Nya? Do you want me to just stop the stream? Nya? I can't play the game if I have to speak in Mandarin, Nya? Typical Zach, Nya? As he nears, Ash casually raises his hand in greeting and...
Sup, Z-Man, my main man. What's crack-a-lackin', my homie?
Yeah. The awkwardness that descended within the immediate vicinity of our small group is palpable enough, yeah? Somewhere to our left, a girl giggles, and only then I become aware of my mouth hanging open, yeah? I'm almost amazed how Ash can say that out loud with a straight face, yeah? Almost, yeah? Concerning his track record, I should be used to it by now, yeah? Zach seems to be, yeah?
Yo, stop trying to act black, Ashton. And you're the only one who calls me Z-Man.
Their fondness underneath his exasperated tone, yeah? If this were any other person, he'd likely be offended, yeah? But years of friendship and familiarity have made those words harmless to the other's ears, yeah? Or at least, enough for both to take it in stride, yeah?
It's been a while, Zach.
I hope you didn't get into trouble again.
Not much to get into trouble lately without you, I'm afraid. I'll let you know if something comes up, though.
Nah, I ended up with chicken down stuck on me last time I agreed. I'd really love at least this year to pass without some sort of accident happening again.
Oh, angry? Of course I'm angry. Bruh, that's like... How many times now? That's the third time I had to stop playing the game because I had to speak in Chinese.
Hey, I take offense to that. It wasn't that bad.
You really have no idea.
A beat passes, yeah? And thus Zach laughs, yeah?
Hey, I'm kidding. You know you can always count on me.
It's a story only the two of them are privy to. Every now and then, Ash will enlist Zach's help. Yeah? Something, yeah? Help on something, yeah? A stretch and a hydrate? Thanks, Alcatraz, yeah? I don't know if I love you anymore, Lavinia. You were the one that started it, yeah? Becca and I never really found out what the real deal of those adventures, as Ash calls it, and both aren't willing to tell due to the unspoken agreement. Head pats for Angie Phantom? Don't give me head pats, I'll fucking bite ya. She insists that if it's Ash, it's likely not something illegal or life-threatening, yeah? I tend to believe her on that, yeah? Sometimes, yeah? Oh well, yeah? Boys will be boys, I guess, yeah? I give Zach a small wave from behind Ash when his attention eventually turns to me, yeah?
Bella! Huh? Rebecca's now with you. Is she still sick?
A bit. But she's up and went to work this morning.
Be careful, I bite back. If you try to bite back a 5-foot wolf, yeah? I don't know if that will end well, Alcatraz, yeah? I mean, you can try, but I won't guarantee that you won't end up with a broken leg, yeah?
You know she doesn't listen to anyone that's not Ash.
Yes, she does.
No, she doesn't. You're literally the only person she'll listen to when she's feeling stubborn.
And it's true, yeah? They've known each other far longer than any of us in the group, yeah? Childhood friends and all, yeah? I wouldn't mind, yeah, if this was any other game, yeah? But if it's a reading game, it's a little bit more difficult for me to actually play the game if you give me something where it requires me to speak a different language. Because I can't, like I said, I don't know a lot of Chinese, Mandarin, and translating shit is not exactly my forte.
But don't worry, Zach. She's probably on her way here now. She promised she wouldn't miss your movie.
Isabella! Oh, thank goodness!
Speak of the devil. Without a warning, a hand grabs me by the shoulder and turns me
Becca,
around.
You're just in time.
I have to lean back a little with the way her face was almost invading my personal space, but she places her hand on either side of my head and keeps me still. She stares at me intently, concern filling her eyes.
Becca, you're squishing my face.
How are you? Are you all right?
Why wouldn't I be?
Rose called me earlier.
Those 4 words tell me all I need to know. I had to count that to make sure. Since I don't have my family living close by and the only other relative I have here works on the far side of the country, I gave my company Becca's contact number in case of emergencies. I should have known Rose would call her. I push Becca's hands away from my face. Although she lets go, her eyebrows remain drawn together.
Oh, no, everything's good. Rose covered for me at work today.
That's not what I'm talking about. How's your head?
Beside me, Ash snickers. I bite back the urge to elbow him in place of trying to avoid Becca's hand as she tries to reach out of the said area. Okay. I do my best to dodge her, all at once moving to hide behind Zach. Sorry for using you as a human shield, Zach.
Oh, it's nothing. I just slipped off a few steps on my way down. I blacked out for a few seconds and had a minor bump, but it's just that.
You blacked out? It's not something to brush off. Come on, at least let me check it.
It's extremely minor. You wouldn't even know it's there.
Isabella, this isn't a laughing matter.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ, she does sound like a mom.
She did look pale when I saw her.
Wow, thanks a lot, Ashton, you traitor. I'll get you back for this. Just you wait.
What? I'm just saying it as it is. If you mentioned this earlier, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
I'm sorry. Saw her?
Yeah, they arrived together. Bella looked fine to me then. I don't know.
Something crosses Becca's face, but it's gone before I can figure out what it is.
Oh, that's good. At least she didn't have to travel alone, right? At least. Good.
Is that jealousy I smell? It smells very green.
See? I'm okay. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. And I don't want to miss sex film.
We can always watch it some other time.
The way she said that, it sounded like she said, I wouldn't want to miss sex film. I don't know, that's just how it sounded. Yeah, it's, let me just, it's the smell of jealousy! Why are you bonking me for? I should bonk all of you for making me speak in Chinese for like 15 minutes.
Sorry, Zachary.
No, it's good. But you guys should really keep it down. We're starting to attract some attention.
It's the premiere. The premiere's different. Right, Zach?
I shoot him a pleading look. Zach's a sensible guy. He'll understand. Please understand.
Not really. But Rebecca has a point. In the end, I think it's your call.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
Please, Becca. I really don't want to miss it.
You're not missing it. Oh, we're just moving it on a different day so we can have a...
Look, you guys.
Ash's loud sigh unexpectedly cut. Oh my god, hang on. I shouldn't have sniffed so hard. I'm allergic to jealousy. Ash's loud sigh unexpectedly cuts through the conversation. He's pinching the bridge of his nose as he speaks, something he usually does when he's getting impatient. Thanks, guys. If I know how to stop it, I would have. Thinking about it, my cousin-in-law won an award. Oh, nice.
If she says she's okay, then there's nothing we can do about it. It's not like we can stop her either. Besides, she's still acting like the same old Isabella to me, if she can still run around like that.
Why are you taking her side?
Oh, what's that? It smells like more jealousy. Yeah, congratulations. I'm sure they won a very nice prize.
I'm not. But if she wants to watch Zach's movie with us, I'm not going to stop her. She's probably the one looking forward to it the most.
Ash, that's... You, of all people, should know...
Tell you what, if I notice something amiss with her, I'll take her to the nearest hospital myself.
I don't know if Becca would like that.
Is that good enough for you?
I already know the answer before Becca voices it out. Excuse me. When at last she releases a deep breath and nods, albeit with great reluctance, I immediately tackle her with a hug.
Thanks, Becca.
It's always been you with him, isn't it?
Did you say something?
She is jealous! Oh my god! Is it because Ash has a thing for Isabella? Oh my god! It's, I don't usually eat grass, but this jealousy kind of smells like grass.
Me? Nothing. Don't mind me.
If you say so.
Okay, guys, showtime's close, so I think I'm gonna get us some snacks. My treat. And then let's head inside.
Hell yeah.
Anyone here has a smaller bill?
I think I do.
Oh, I didn't even let her finish. I pull myself off from Becca and get my wallet from my bag and...
What's this?
Uh-oh. It's already in Ash's hands before I could even react. Behind him, Becca and Zach are both given a piece of paper, giving the piece of paper an intrigued look.
No! Give it back!
It's just a paper.
It's not just a paper, Ash. You're gonna regret opening it.
I don't care! Give it!
My roommate just walked by my room and asked if I was having a stroke. If I was having a stroke? No. Okay, look. When you're a wolf, you gotta sniff things out, you know. And when you sniff out jealousy, it's just a it smells like grass. And not the good kind.
Looks ancient, too. Why do you keep this around?
I tried to reach for it, but he holds the paper way above his head. I've never been particularly sensitive about my height, but right now I really wish I have that advantage over him.
Don't open it!
What's the big deal? It's not like it's a love letter.
I told
don't
them
see
you're
any
fine.
reason to...
Thanks. I don't know why. Oh my god. Why would you say don't open it? It makes someone more curious and makes them want to open it. What the hell?
Hold on a second. This is, isn't it?
It's not.
Even if it is, it's not for you.
Sounds like you got into some catnip or something. Alcatraz, I'm not a cat. I am so insulted right now. I am not a cat.
Okay, now I'm curious.
I'm telling you, it's nothing like that. It's...
The rest of my words are lost when he unfolds the paper. Oh my god, he's such a fucking idiot. I can't breathe. My heart feels stuck in my throat, pounding, threatening to burst out. Well, the letter said to pass it on to 5 people, and 6 people have seen it. So I think we've overcompensated. And why does Becca right here look like there is no catnip for dogs, and I'm not a dog. Becca looks like what's her name? What's her name from Scooby-Doo? What's her name? Daphne? I can't remember her name. Is it Daphne? I don't know. Also, I'm not a dog. Vaguely, I note how my hands are trembling at my sides. Clasping them together doesn't do any good. They're still shaking, but I hang on to them regardless. Wait, is it weed they're giving dogs then? I don't know. Hang on, let me just check this. You're making me check shit on stream. The fuck? What is catnip? What is the dog equivalent of catnip? Anise or aniseed. Aniseed? Yeah, sure. That's the catnip equivalent for dogs. Aniseed. So I'm just gonna spell it for you guys. Aniseed. Yeah. But I'm not a dog. Alcatraz. You're gonna piss me off in a minute if you keep calling me a dog. The awful, sick weight that has taken its core in my stomach back in the open house returns full force. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? How do I fix this? Someone, please. Today is turning out to be a horrible nightmare.
Send this to 5 people or else. Well, that's interesting.
Guys, I think we should listen to Bella first.
Yeah, but you don't call me a dog. Because I'm not a dog. Apparently no one's ever tried it on a wolf. So whether it works or not, you can never really say. It'll probably work on a wolf dog since they're half-breeds.
Aren't you a few days early for Halloween?
Ash waves the paper in front of me, giving me a fleeting glimpse of its content. I don't need to see it. I don't want to see it. The letter, the words, every stroke written in blood is already embedded in my mind. Maybe I should have just thrown it away when I had the chance. That way, That way. Yeah, even so. You said I don't know what catnip for dogs is called. And it sounded like you were referring to me as a dog. I'm not a dog, you little bitch.
It's not a prank.
It makes all of them stop. Even I am surprised at how steady my voice is.
What did you say?
This isn't a prank! I saw something!
Hold on. Are we still talking about this paper? Or is it about the urban legend again?
Both. I know it sounds ridiculous.
You're saying this is a primitive version of a chain letter, and now that we've seen it, we're now cursed.
Oh my god, can we just talk about how he looks here? He actually looks 10 times oh my god.
You've got to be kidding me.
See? This is why I didn't want to tell you guys.
Isabella, aren't you taking this a bit too far?
It's not a joke! Will you guys listen to me first? I saw something in the house earlier. It stood right in front of me. If I hadn't gotten away, that thing might have...
Right. And in broad daylight, Isabella. Even someone gullible would find the logic in that screwed up.
There's also no way in hell that this supernatural shit is true.
Here we go. Ash's, aha!
But it's real! What do you think I saw?
Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
A hallucination? A delusion? Didn't you say you fell down some stairs? So maybe Rebecca's right.
It happened after, when I was trying to get away. I almost got stuck in the same room with that thing. We're all in danger. I thought you were my friends. Why don't you believe me?
We are, and you know that. But this thing and that thing has got nothing to do with the other. When Rose called earlier, I thought she's just exaggerating. But based on what I'm seeing right now, maybe it's better if we really postpone this for now.
Don't bother.
Without another word, I snatched the letter out of Ash's hands and stuffed it back in my bag, with more force than necessary. I'm tired. I got cursed, saw a ghost, probably lost the sale, got kicked out of the open house I'm supposed to be hosting. My own friends won't believe me, and all of them think I'm crazy. To top it all off, there's a dull ache at the back of my head, begging for a little attention. I can't afford to give it right now. Honestly, there's only so much a person can take within a single day. I just want to go home and curl up in my bed and never think about today. But before I could take a single step away from the group...
Guys!
Zach rarely ever raises his voice, even when there's a point he wants to drive home, and hearing him take that tone completely throws me off. Even Ash and Becca. Whatever harsh words yet to come out from the argument immediately die to our tongues.
Why don't we all calm down first? I'm sure Isabella has her reasons too. No need to be hard on her. And hey, ain't this supposed to be a happy get-together? We haven't seen each other for months. I'd really love to know what y'all have been up to. I only ever get to talk to Bella over chat.
I kind of want Ash to see this thing face to face as well, not gonna lie.
Please.
He has a point. Ash, for all his attempts to look cool and distant, has also been looking forward to this. He even took the time to call this morning for a reminder. He never does that. Becca too. I'm pretty sure there's another reason why she got out of bed today. Yet, despite Zach's attempt to lighten things up, or Ash's and Becca's what the fuck? Oh my god, words. Acquizzing? I don't know. Hang on. Oh. So, oh, that's one too many eyes. I can't spell.
Acquiesce.
Oh, acquiescing. Or Ash's and Becca's acquiescing gestures to tighten. The tightness in my chest remains. I should have just kept it to myself. Or at least went with the idea that it's a prank. If I did, things might not have turned out the way they had. No sour mood, no bad vibes. Careless. So careless. Maybe leaving is a better decision for all of us. Okay, we're gonna have a poll for this one. Can't really decide. Question is option. Option 1 or 2, boys. You know the drill. Let's see. Boop. And you got a minute to do it. Oh, wait. Service error. Oh, wait, it's already active. You little bitch. Anyways, pick your poison. Should we go home? Or do we stay and watch Zach's movie? That is the real question. Do we leave? Or do we stay? Do we stick around? Oh, my phone. Oh, my phone died. My phone just died. How lovely. Alright, we got one vote for go home. Anyone else gonna vote? Are we gonna stay? Are we gonna stay or are we gonna leave? Are we gonna let them go? Or are we gonna stick around and see what happens? Do we watch the movie that we were all so excited for? Or do we leave? I guess we're leaving. Alright, let's go home. I know I'm being selfish, but if I stay, I'll only get in the way. I just plussed some for Rebecca, -1 for Zachary, and minus for Ashton. Oh my god, that's so sad. I can't look Zach in the eye when my excuses come tumbling out of my mouth.
I'm sorry. Today's not a good day for a movie night out. I think I'll pass. Enjoy, you guys.
F Phone-chan? Oh no, did you not get to... Yang, did you not get to do the poll? No!
Isabella, wait!
I leave without another word, one step after another, as fast as my own 2 feet can take me away from them. Becca calls after me again. Zach and Ash do too, but their voices become lost in the hustle and bustle of the afternoon crowd. It's strange to walk home like this, to bump shoulders with people you don't know. I felt the same way years ago, fresh off the boat in a foreign land, with no one else to depend on. I won't deny that I was nervous. Now, well, it's not every day that you get into an argument with your friends. Not every day that they won't believe you even if you're telling the truth. It feels like a betrayal of sorts. It leaves you hollow. In its faceless city. Oh my god. Thank you, Broken Angel, so much for the follow. Welcome to the show, and I hope you enjoy your stay. Okay. And in this faceless city, it's impossible not to feel alone after. Oh, journal update. Here we go. Luxburn Independent Film and Theater Festival celebrated its 9th year discovering new creative talents in the film industry, including in the few showcased this year was Zachary Steele's Blue Font's Dark Times of the Black British, Isabella Santos, Ashton Frey, and Rebecca Gales were also seen amongst the crowd for its premiere. Wonderful. Where was I? The sun has already set by the time I reached the comfort of my room. That's a lot of cup noodle. That's a lot of cup noodles, my girl. Oh my God, Yang! She has MC Chan. She has MC Chan. Oh my God, she has MC Chan. On my phone, there were 4 messages waiting to be read. 3 from Zach and a lone voice message from Ash. Becca will probably drop by later and check on me to say the same thing these messages likely contain. Yet I couldn't bring myself to listen or open any of them, much less look forward to anyone's visit. So, without taking another glance at it, I slide my phone back into my bag and flop down on my bed, allowing the heavy feeling in my chest to finally pull me into an uneasy sleep. Perhaps tomorrow will be better. The darkness closes around me, grasping, pulling, engulfing me. The ground caves in, and without warning, I'm falling. I snap my eyes open. Okay, I think this is a good place to stop, right? Save it there. Cause this is second day now. I'm assuming it's like chapter 2. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how this will work. But we've gone on for quite a bit. So, thank you, my little thieves, so much for coming to today's stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We're gonna hunt for somebody to raid now. And I have like heavy things to determine. I'm just gonna double save just to make sure, you know? Make sure I've definitely saved it. Okay. What? I just had a notification for, Oh, wait, hang on. We got graphics. This is her room with the MC Chan. That's it. Look, MC Chan. Okay, so that's over here. There's the attic, the creepy attic. It's even creepier here. Wonderful stuff. There's the raining mansion. The blood that we saw for like a split second. It's kind of daunting to see this and then change to this. Oh my God. It's just like very unnerving when you see something like that. Where it's like peaceful and beautiful one way, and then it's just gross and disgusting another way. Oh hey look, it's the Yang bar! Oh my God, she's horrifying. I didn't take a good look at her earlier because I just covered her with the dog plush, but holy shit, she's terrifying. Do you guys see that? Jesus, she's terrifying! Okay. We're gonna hunt for somebody to raid for real now. I'm probably not gonna sleep tonight. She is terrifying, bro. What the fuck? Anyways, alright, let's see who's live. That I know. Okay, so we have a few people live right now. Let's see. Not anyone that I know directly, so we're gonna raid. Let's see. Okay, that's definitely not muted. Let's see. Okay. We're gonna raid Takashi Zero. Excuse me. And he's currently playing Mario Golf Super Rush, so that's gonna be a huge change of pace from what we were doing, and hopefully you guys will have a chill time over there. Thanks for the raid message, Yang. You guys know the drill. We'll head over and we'll see what he's doing, you know? And watch him play golf. I hit the wrong button. That's wonderful. Alright. And we'll start the rate. Okay. Thank you all once again for coming, and I'll see you, my little thieves, in the next one. Bye!